You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. The most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
They confuse us with so much life. Just come on this way. exercise. We don't know who to trust. That's why I say, Lord, please listen to this prayer that comes from before. Please send us another Moses again. Oh, we just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. Time to make them oppress us pay. So the children could see their way. Make them get on their knees and pray. Then I'll be up to judgment day. Oh, just can't make it this way. Please deliver us today. Be like the Israelites believed they. Please send us another Moses again. Lord, we just can't make it this way. Yes, deliver us today. Oh, we just can't go on this way. No, we just can't make it this way. Please listen to what I say. Yes, hurry up with judgment day. We just can't make it this way. No, we just can't make it this way. Once we get old and gray, and the children can't see their way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. We like the Israelites living there. Please send us another Jesus again. Oh, 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 oh. 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 Lord, we just can't go this way. Lord, we just can't make it this way. No, 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 we just can't go.
I say you get up one morning, your elders have something. You don't know how they get it, but you want to use it. But if you ask them old people to get the things what they went through, ask them this any day, and your parents sure to say, black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're able to get a pulley and jam with the devil. Why? Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're ready to swim offshore and hold your boat steady. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something with that dragon, now you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man do get nothing easy. I say you get up one morning, and oil money running. How it come you don't know, so that it care how the thing go. But if they read about Uriah, they wanna find out the pressure. How we get so much old hell to get a penny from PLL. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that eagle eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. Say we got up one morning, independence happening, getting the thing come easy. Now they're taking liberty, but if they know about petition, we have to send to England for some woman to tell we in this colony free. Black man have to keep on jabbing, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. People hold you, humiliate you, turn on and sell you, and then they free you. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that dragon eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. So when a black man gets something, he got to start thinking to get it there easy. He got to practice economy, from getting licks from the slave master to become the land owner. Brother, it's a terrible journey, packed with plenty brutality. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to rise up, you got to stand up, make up your mind, you will always stay on top. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron.
Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. So sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. People see you smile, but don't hold the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother. Cover my sister. is God. Come on. Jesus alone is the one who have the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me, man. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Yes, 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 yes. Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And you know, as we always say, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter what color t-shirt you wear a pink t-shirt, a burgundy t-shirt, a maroon t-shirt. Each and every one is welcome in the village on WZYE 95.9 FM. And you know, as we say, We originate. We don't imitate. We bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And this is how we start the thing.
It have our place, WZYE, where they treat you like friends and family. So if you're looking for a place to belong, going WZYE, you could come along. If you have haste, do come with me. We do have dad on WZYE, Santa Meditate.
Yeah. And folks, as you get in, share the live, share the live, share the live, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook and X. Subscribe. WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444 or 973-609-6509. That's 973-609-6509. And folks, when we say to you that we bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, yeah. We actually put that in words, folks. We actually put it down in words. And here we go.
Anselm LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
Yeah, and there you have it, folks. As we say, we're the only program on the planet that brings you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Let me bring in my pal, the man himself, the one and only, the man from some parts of the country. Some says the place with a bay, some says the place with a bell, some says the place with a beach, some say all kind of things. But the man himself, the one and only Uncle Tommy. Tommy, welcome.
It's a pleasure to be here. What say ye, sir? What say ye?
Everything is normal. Normal.
Well, that's good. That's good. I know the weather is challenging these days here in what we call the cold, but we hope for brighter days, especially in our homeland.
You know, Tommy, I have to be honest with you. I know the weather doesn't, I don't let the weather affect me then. Because I have a saying that says, don't let outside factors decide whether you're going to be a success or failure. So if I think about how cold it is, or think about the snow on the ground, I might tell myself, don't go do this or don't go that. So I just, if it's cold, man, I put on 3 pairs of socks on my foot, 2 pairs of socks on my hands.
There was a time when it was cold. I did great.
Yeah.
But in these times, I don't look forward to the cold.
No, I fully understand that. You know, I mean, you know, as you say that, Tommy, maybe we could cherish the cold now because you see what's going on in California. You know?
Oh Lord, that's another story.
Yeah, boy, that's. But at the end of this day, you know, as Maestro say, you have to look at the silver lining, because you could replace many of those material things, you know, but a life is very difficult to replace.
So true.
So as much
either
as
either extreme is harsh and could be deadly.
yeah, man, you know. So our prayers are with all those people in California who have suffered immensely, and you know, they too will rebuild, you know, because that's always happened. Something does come through and they rebuild bigger and better. You know, look at them hurricane in the Caribbean. You know,
Yep.
Some of them islands get wiped out, and you know they're building back slowly but surely.
Cycle of life.
Yeah, that's just the part of life. We had a pandemic a few years ago, and we built back. So, we are versatile people, and we have to go through many different types of circumstances. As I say, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for you become. So
Correct.
I think that too will pass. Of course, folks, tonight we're supposed to have senior counsel Martin Daly. Yeah, senior counsel of all counsels, Martin Daly, joining us tonight. And we hear what he has to say. But before, let me go to the chat. First thing was no stranger, Mr. Intellectual. Blessed evening, prawn Uncle T and all villagers. Hope you all had a wonderful Wednesday filled with all of God's goodness and rich blessings for a productive and successful day. Volsang was next. Yeah, Volsang was next. But Volsang says, good evening, Walls, Uncle Tommy, Hanif, and all subscribers. Yeah, boy. Next was Busy. Busy, the man from Fishing Pond, Sandy Grandy, boy. Grandy. Yeah.
In the house.
So, how did I call it Sandy Grandy and they spell Sangre? How you get D from GRE?
I wondered, but it is what it is. It's Sangre Grande.
How we get D, Sandy Grandy?
Well, just people, the twang.
Okay. Because them AI people just pronounce it Sangre Grandy. You know what I mean?
That's what it is. It is Sangre Grande, which is Spanish for big blood.
Yeah, but it's like Sandy. You know what I mean? Lavanti instead of Lavantil. Yeah. What else?
Look at San Juan, Sawo.
Sawo, yeah, Sawo instead of San Juan. Yeah. What else, boy? What else? Lavanti.
Diego Martin.
No, that's Diego Martin. Oh yeah,
Diego Martin.
Yeah, correct is right. Diego Martin. Yeah. Like we just shorten things too bad,
Oh yeah.
Or we either just shorten it or lengthen it. For example, reverse back. You man, hey, reverse back, boy.
Reverse back means go forward.
No, what? Think about it or reverse back.
If you're reversing and you're going back from reversing, then you're going forward.
Yeah, if you're reversing, you're reversing.
If you're reversing and you go back from reversing, that means you're going forward.
Had to be. Or I go come just now. Yeah. I mean, really and truly, right? We different, We real different, boy. We real different in truth. Yeah? So, folks, put some sayings in Trinidad that kind of adjusted, so to speak. You know what I mean? Yeah? We had a saying this wasn't a saying in Chumakak. This was a saying in Trinidad. A man say, I'll come back. I come back. The man said, don't come back, boy. Come again. You understand?
True.
I mean, we very lyrically inclined. So put some kind of sayings that you guys had, or we had, back in the day now. A little flashback Thursday. That's what it is. Yeah, flashback Thursday. Flashback, you're flashing back. Flashing back. Busy says, good day, Uncle Tommy on Wall Street. All listeners locked on. Share the live. He that dwelleth in the secret. Hey, boy, way. That is which one, boy? Either that is Psalm 27 or Psalm 91. One or the other. Or them is the two Psalms that say every morning.
I think it's 91.
91? All right.
I think so.
Yeah, them is the two Psalms. I don't look that up, boy. I should know that by heart, Them is two every morning, boy. Way, boy. Tommy had the Bible app, eh? Yeah. Tommy, you were right. Psalm 91. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Yeah,
Mhm.
but hey, busy? You're up to date, boy, busy, boy. 91, boy? No, folks, not 91.9, eh? Not the Mugabe station. This is Psalm 91. They not the Mugabe station where Gordon Joseph and them fellas, them there'll be there in the numbers, you know, Tommy. Yeah? And if say blessed evening, Vol. Oh, Tommy, look your partner. Well, one of your partners. I'm gonna put you eating one of your partners.
You know, since you're talking about 91.9, and I wanted to hear from the Queen of Talk, you know,
About what?
about what's going on. Well, I wanted to know where she is, where she stand, where she sit.
What, I don't understand. She said, what do you mean?
Yeah, well, with the way things has been evolving, I don't know what's her take.
Where she sitting down?
Yeah,
In the Bali's there?
yeah,
Yeah, what do you mean?
on the snake.
Eh, Tommy you say she say no on the snake. Like they say?
Mm. Yeah,
We Tommy boy,
but it's a real snake in that Balize, boy.
Tommy, you just said she say no on the snake, Tommy?
Standing on the snake, sitting on the snake, is
You think she's standing on it?
stepping on the snake.
Or you think she tiptoeing wrong Bali's yours? Which one? Like Tommy, free to answer that one, but I feel she tiptoeing wrong Bali's yours.
You be so.
Yeah. When she put on, she read tutu and she read beret, turn left side. What? She tiptoeing, you know. Wrong Bali's house, you know. I wouldn't be surprised if she drone flying wrong Bali's house now. You know she have a red army zone drone, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that one a beret, a red beret. She'll be flying it around Bali's house, boy. I see Fitzgerald come out, he say bless. I see what else call him? The nose breaker. That's his name?
Dino Burger.
Oh yeah, Dino Burger. Yeah. I see Mrs. Joan Newell Williams too. She was going in. Who else, boy? Rohan Sinanan. Yeah, Rohan Sinanan. Rohan Sinanan driving a nice truck, boy. A nice big truck, boy. Who else I see so far, boy? But my red buddy didn't send me no message. Folks, I ain't got no message from the red buddy to tell me nothing what going on yet, eh? So to me, I know, boy, like the leaving mouth, boy. I ain't getting nothing. I ain't seen nothing. I
Well,
ain't seen nothing.
Saturday the day of reckoning.
Saturday's the day of reckoning, yeah. To me, Saturday's just gonna be academic, you know. It's gonna be academic. To me, you know, it's sad, eh? I'm saddened because I feel that Prime Minister Rowley ruined Stuart Young's political career. I feel so. Brooklyn, welcome.
Hey, good night to you all. Shit, good night, Uncle Tommy, viewers and listeners.
Good night.
Well, shit, I keep hearing you talking about this red birdie. Who's this red birdie? Kingsley, or? Kingsley's a red birdie, or?
Kingsley, you don't know.
Kingsley today talking about. Before I start, let me say good night to Kingsley. Because I hear him on past, I could go talking about how you try to call Hines and Hines tell you about that. And so he well listening, he does be well tuned in.
What you say?
Program.
What you say?
Yeah.
What you say?
He said about you. He laughed today on Google show and said, Google tried to act like it was Wall Street trying to call Hines, and Hines had to tell him he's supposed to call first. Don't call him just so. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You listen to Google program today?
No.
Alright, I go send it for you.
Yeah.
Kingsley. Good night, Kingsley. You need listening there and hiding.
What side do you on now? What side of the balance beam you on? What side of the beam you on?
He had no side now. UNC don't want him. PNM can't trust him. I don't know. I don't know. But he got called because I just draw him out. Listening.
If you
And
so,
every time I calling him, I just draw him out. And then he said, "Oh, I want to be he, but I could never want to be here. If I want to be here, I had to be a madman. I had to have nothing. If I had nothing more in the world that is important to me, for me to want to be Kingsley. That boy is stupid. But I just draw him out. He go call. He go call. You need, and when you see somebody, he just block your number and start to call you so he can cuss you. One little boy with a lollipop in his mouth. I gone. I did PNM clung. I gone.
Oh God, Brooklyn.
Not easy.
You wicked boy, Brooklyn, wicked.
Brooklyn
Brooklyn
not easy at all. Yeah, easy at all. At
ain't
all.
easy. They'll come for you, you know. No one they come for you. What they gonna say? Remember that song? What they gonna say when they come for you? Bad boys,
Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys. I don't know, eh? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Tommy, you didn't read Gordon Joseph comment. Good God evening to all. I hope you all please your family, friends, yourself, and most important, God. All right. Curtis Montes Shad boy, my true Kenyan friend. Welcome, boy. Welcome, welcome. Robert Smith. Robert Nisbet. I mean Nisbet. Tommy family, yes, boy. Tommy family in early, boy. Early. Just shorter, welcome. Good evening to Washington and Uncle Tommy. Dane Khan, boy, you inside. What tax? You know how long we see Hailey, boy? Good evening, Wall Street and Uncle Tommy. Dane Khan, yeah. You know? Trinidad watching. Hi, all. Yeah, Trini watching. Look, Tommy, look, we next partner. We have about three of them. You have about three of them, you know. No, that's my partner. I know yours. Right? Yeah. You see, like Tommy feeling cold, boy. Tell him come Trini for a holiday. Yeah.
Boy, once the weather like this, mentally I was going to have funk.
All right. Let me see if I could figure out what this fella trying to say here. Your partner.
Boy, this man only bringing government cost them good. People cost them good people, but 2 out of 100 will be balanced. The balanced men and women, he don't have their numbers and laugh out loud.
What are you talking about?
Gordon,
Mr. Atlanta, call to explain what Gordon Joseph just said, please. Gordon Joseph need an interpreter. Tommy, interpret that there for me, please. Go ahead now. What are you trying to say? All right.
Next.
Oh God, Elias. Oh God, that's your interpretation, right? Okay.
That's right.
Yeah. Excellent. You can't beat that. Just says Wall Street Rowley waiting to get his business fixed, then he resigned from the party. Okay. Titi saying I coming, but the person who's saying that is going away from you. All right, whatever. Okay. Whatever. Donna says, when looking for directions to a wake and asking where the dead man lives. That's a good one. That's a real good one. So, folks, put kind of sayings that you come from Trinidad, like, you know, we have Lavanti. When it's Lavantil, we have we just reverse back. Right?
No, but asking directions is a trip too. Right down there, right there.
Yeah, right down the road there. Go down by the corner, and when you reach the corner, make a right. They tell you go down by the corner, and when you reach the corner, make a right.
Right down there.
Right down there. Yeah. When you go by the lamppost up there, You see the lamppost? Yeah, but it's about 5 lampposts. That one up. Them living up there. Them living right up by that lamppost up there. Yeah. Yeah. Caribbean, so welcome. Yeah, we go call Aisha to get she thoughts. Call Aisha, let's see her thoughts. Yeah, so they put things, what we talking about? Caribbean soul say, Gordon, good night. I give you the whole church. Mr. Intellectual say, Pro, all of them have to fall in line. JB Appa, welcome.
You feel everybody falling in line by walls?
Nah. No.
I feel this time is a different time.
Yeah, Mr. Intellectual, you see this one? This one different. And here's why this one is different. I in my estimation, Prime Minister Rowley, Dr. Mashup, destroyed Stuart Young's political career. It is destroyed now. No return for Stuart Young. No return.
Listen, as far as the Sycophant's concerned, Rowley ain't do nothing wrong, you know. He do what's right.
He ain't follow the Trinidad Constitution. He ain't follow the PNM Constitution. He ain't follow nothing. He followed the Rowley Constitution. The Rowley Institution. That the Rowley Institution.
And even from that, he would still rise.
That the Rowley Institution. And he, but listen, boy, Stuart Young get what you deserve, eh? You get what you deserve. Rowley destroy your political career. It is mashed up forever and ever and ever. When he comes out of this, Stuart Young could cancel Christmas. It's over for him. Because remember, he didn't have his sugar daddy no more, you know. His sugar daddy gone, you know.
Gone away.
When his sugar daddy resigned from the PNM, and then he get kicked out as resigned as the political leader.
Yeah, but the operative or the keyword is when.
It doesn't matter when. Because think about this, Tommy. If they had to go back now on that disaster, that tsunami that Prime Minister Rowley created, it's a tsunami, you know. This is a tsunami in the PNM like never before, you know. Never, you know. And now we had to go back because a red birdie tell me that what she's considered to be again, boy?
Who?
Camille Regis Robinson. What not the MP, she's something. Whatever she is. She went to a few of the MPs. A few of them signed that they wanted them to sign, and a few of them said, nah, I ain't signing, no.
Yeah.
Right? So the whole thing hit the fan boy. He sent out the pit bull, the female pit bull, to go and do his work for him. And when the female pit bull gone, she ended up meeting up some male pit bull. And that male pit bull tells she, nah, we ain't signing that. So that'll call a meeting quick today. Quick. All of them in Daly's house. Call her welcome.
Well, calling because I'll come on the page and I'm not seeing the program, so I want to know if I was on tonight.
Yeah, no, we on with the page.
Well, I come on the WZYE page on Facebook and I open the page and I scroll through the page and I ain't seen the program.
No, check. Maybe you opened the wrong check the one I sent you today. Yeah, check the one I sent you today, not the one from the other day. All right?
All right.
Yeah, man. Bless.
Yeah.
Bless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Tommy, that is what, Tommy, this is bad, you know. Never in the history of the PNM has this, well, I mean, don't say never in the history. Yeah. Never in the history of the PNM, something like this happened, you know. Where the Prime Minister said, well, I'm going to resign. But I'm resigning now. And when I resign, I still want to be the political leader. I told the people, I'm going to say it again. Prime Minister Rowley put himself in such a hole that there's no return as far as he's concerned. When he told the people he's going to resign as Prime Minister, right? And he also said, well, I'm going to leave as political leader. But he can't leave as political leader if he resigns as Prime Minister, because if he leaves as political leader, all his powers are gone. All of them. All. And Tommy, let me ask you a question. By the way, if they go to Parliament and let's say they only have 11 and 9 of them or 2 of them decide to cross over to the UNC or decide to vote with the UNC, then what happens?
Well, what's the likelihood of that happening?
Yeah, that could happen. Tommy thinks bad, you know. People want to see, they don't even want to see the back of Rowley no more, you know. Don't even want to see the back of him, you know. Don't even want to see that, you know. They want to see go around the corner, and then people say, oh, he just went wrong that corner. That is what it is. It's bad, Tommy. I'm telling you, it's bad. It's real bad. It's bad,
Yeah,
bad.
I'm listening, but I know how people are very finicky, especially PNM people.
Now, this one, Tommy, it's bad. It's bad. He in big trouble. You understand? He in big trouble. Because, Tommy, the constitution of the PNM says something totally different as far as the political leader and who makes those decisions. You understand?
Agree.
And what he did is he figured out, you know what? He go threaten, he go bully the MPs on him. That's what he was doing. They were bullying them. But that's what it was. People don't want to agree with that. They don't want to believe that. He was bullying them.
But Manning didn't fall on the ground, you know.
Oh, Tommy. It didn't fall on the ground. Could it fall up? Could something fall up?
It went up, it ascended.
It went up, it fall up. Yeah? Tommy, but he miscalculated this time. He miscalculated. Yeah? Oh,
No, he didn't miscalculate. It's just he was bullying like he usually does.
Well, yes, he bullied them. But Tommy, previously, he could get away with bullying them. You understand? Because he was the king. He was the king and the kingmaker. You understand? He's the king and the kingmaker. So he could bully them. I say, all right, listen, if you ain't get yourself in order, you know, I go exile you to New York as UN ambassador, you know. Or I go send you down to Brazil, you know. Or I go send you up in Kwaito, you know. I go send you. You understand? But then people started to realize, but wait now, boy, he ain't all powerful no more, you know. He ain't as powerful as he used to be now, boy. He ain't as powerful no more. Think change. You go play that song by Watson Duke. By Duke. The whole thing changed up to me. You remember that song?
Yep.
Yeah. The whole thing changed up. Yeah. The whole thing changed up on him. And boy, scrambling now. You know what to do, boy. He was done scrambled eggs now, Tommy. You know what to do.
You know, but we had to commend those who stand for something, though.
Tommy, finally. And I'm disappointed in Adrian Leon, sir. I'm very disappointed in him.
I was surprised. I thought he'd have support Penny.
Yeah, I thought he would have the oomph to go out as a big oomph. You understand? I mean, Phil Geraldines and them, you expect them fellas and them to fall in line. You understand? You expect that. But caller, welcome. Let's take this call.
Yes. Good
the
night.
Financial Guru, welcome.
Good night. You heard me?
Loud and clear. Loud and clear.
Yeah, okay. Because Professor, something wrong with you. I know move far. Brooklyn say you're getting a kind of feedback, something on your phone, on your thing, so you gotta check that.
Okay.
But anyway, good night, Professor Wall Street. Good night, Uncle Tommy. Good night, everybody.
Good evening.
Wall Street. On Monday, I told you My father always tell me, I send you an email today. My father initially had a 5th grade education, initially. But he was a bright fella. And you see, he told me, and I'm talking in balance here, he said, Richie, you have a lot of book sense, but you must display common sense. My father was a detective. My grandfather was a detective. My great-grandfather was a detective. The problem with Rowley and is that these fellas, and Con Imbert, is that they figure because they have book sense. Rowley went to Bishops, Stuart Young went to CIC, he went to Nottingham, he graduated with honors. Rowley have a PhD. Con Imbert went to CIC, he graduated first, Island Skull, all these things first in Scotland. But you see, as your mother-in-law told you, a liar don't have no memory.
Correct.
But the fact is, these fellas have no common sense. They don't have no what is called emotional intelligence. Because I told you, just from looking at what was going on, I told you it was going to have confusion. Why? Because first of all, they got 4 or 5 people within the PNM who are leftovers from Mr. Manning. And they are institutionalists.
Yeah,
they are
correct.
constitutional people. Freddie Ferreira, who I know.
Yeah.
Jennifer Baptiste Primus, who I work with.
Yeah.
I don't always agree with Miss Primus, but Miss Primus worked with one Clive Weatherhead, the PSA president. I work with these people. And these people believe in constitution. These people believe in procedure. They know law. They know constitutional law from labor law and being in the PSA. And what Dr. Rowley and Stuart Young did, because they figured they're so smart, is that first of all, they didn't cater for Miss Jenny coming out and quoting the Constitution. So here it was. I wanted to look at this before Mr. Daly comes in. Miss Primus indicated that she doesn't have a problem with Rowley resigning and doing a caucus, you know. That is the issue here. And if Mr. Rowley was smart and Stuart Young was smart, they would have played it differently. But here what he did, the Constitution and the PNM, Article 12 and 19, I'm quoting from Mrs. Baptiste Primus, and she said she don't have no fear because she has nothing to fear. The fact is, Dr. Rowley called the constitutional thing with the caucus, which he could probably have escaped. But when he said he was resigning, he has to resign as political leader because he can't lead a party into an election and he's still the political leader and he's not the prime minister under Article 12. The convention, what she said, and I'm paraphrasing what she said, the constitutional convention of the PNM is numero uno and supersedes the political leader and the executive. Then it's followed by the General Assembly, which also, once Rowley said he was going, and you see what they say? They said in the Guardian this evening that they were fooled, the 11 or the 9 or whatever, because he said he was going, they thought he was going to resign as political leader, and that Stuart Young would have been interim leader. But he didn't do that. So now here's the problem. Dr. Rowley called and say that there's going to be a special convention on September 30th, and Parliament is going to prorogue on August 30th. And he indicated when he came out of that thing on Sunday that he is not going to lead the party in the election. So you can have it because under Article 19, it's only the General Counsel can call for a special convention. That is outside of his remit. So not only is he in trouble.
Is that Article 19 or Article? Is that Article 18 or
Article 19? Article 12 deals. I will look at it. But what she's saying, Article 12, once you resign as Prime Minister, you're certain procedure. You see, Miss Primus, under Clive Weatherhead. Clive Weatherhead is an ethical, very nice person, but they follow the letter of the law and they follow constitution, they follow procedures. So it's the two articles she quoted was on Article 12 and Article 19. So once Dr. Rowley said he was resigning as Prime Minister, you understand? There's no question as to whether or not he could do it, but there's nothing to debar Prime Minister because the Prime Minister could leave, right? And the Parliamentary Caucus can, once they write that letter, and they have the enough members to support the 21 or 20, they have to beat Kamala and them, right? They would have probably no problem. And I told you that I think yesterday. The president would probably, Mrs. Counsel would have probably rubber stamped it. The problem is once you remove yourself as Prime Minister, you have to give the party, and here's another thing, you can't put an interim leader. You can't call no interim because under the articles what's changed, and she said she instituted that for one man, one vote. So in order to have one man, one vote, the one man, one vote is to give, once he resigned, okay, the next step was post haste to put the General Council to call a special convention, and you would have, they did work last year when they had the bill was supposed to have the internal elections minus the political leader, right, and certain other positions. They would have had already been in place to have a political leader election, and whoever wants to go forward and put themselves as a party leader, political leader, they could do that. But you cannot, I repeat, this is what this Prime Minister is saying, you cannot extinguish your prime ministership and hold on to the political leadership because there's, and Robley said, Dr. Robley said that he's not going to be calling the election date. So he's not leading the PNM into the election. So the next step is for the convention to be called by the General Council. Dr. Rowley cannot call and say September 30th. That is not within his remit. And you have Ferdy Ferreira. Been there since time immemorial. He was a founding member of the PNM. Founding member. So he's going to run up against the institutionalists who know the Constitution. He's going to run up against Miss Primus. And I tell him, Miss Jennifer Baptiste Primus, she was General Secretary of the PSA. And when you're General Secretary, you know how the PSA is. You have to know the Constitution. You have to know labor law. You have to know constitutional law because you're dealing with issues in the court, not only in the industrial court, but it could go over into the normal court.
We are 1 minute to the top of the hour. 1 minute to the top of the hour. 1 minute to the top of the hour.
In trouble. I just wanted to say that. So, because see what will happen. But as I told you, I'll leave you with this. As I told you, it could be 1919, could be 1818. And what could happen if they don't have anything? Because he may have to hold on. And if he doesn't do that, then we have 2010 all over again.
All right.
And they may have to call an early election.
Thank you.
Dissolve the parliament, but we will see.
Thank you.
Have a good night, Uncle
All
Wall
right.
Street. I'm looking, and Uncle Tommy, I'm locked in and listening tonight.
All right. Only one thing I want to say, right, Tommy? I'm reading the PNM Constitution here. Article 19 talks about the political leader and deputy political leaders. Article 18 talks about the General Council shall have the power to fill a vacancy occurring in any office in the absence of specific provision, therefore under the Constitution. Where a vacancy occurs in the office of the political leader, such vacancy shall be filled within 6 months of its occurrence at a special or annual convention. So in my estimation, filling of any political leader in the PNM falls under the remit of Article 18, and then there's Article 12 as well. So folks, you're going to go for the break, and hopefully when we return, we'll have Senior Counsel Martin Daly with us. We'll be right back. Stick and stay. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We'll be right back.
And don't forget to share the live. Share the live.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. You can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. Text and voice notes are welcome. Remember, these are WhatsApp numbers.
And don't forget, folks, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook and X. Subscribe, WZYE TV and YouTube. So, Tommy, just for clarification purposes, let me read
The Constitution.
Yeah, let me read the Constitution. What's going on there? Oh, here we go. Article 12, Section 9. The General Counsel shall have the power to determine if a vacancy exists in any office and to make an appointment to fill such vacancy in the absence of specific provision, therefore, in the Constitution. Article 18, this is the PNM Constitution. Article 18, number 8, the elections and removal of officers. The General Counsel shall have the power to fill a vacancy occurring in any office in the absence of specific provision, therefore, under the Constitution. Where a vacancy occurs in the office of the political leader, such vacancy shall be filled within 6 months of its occurrence at a special or annual convention. And everybody knows about the Trinidad and Tobago Constitution now, which talks about 76(1)(a) and 76(1)(b). And that talks about the appointment of ministers. Where there is an occasion for the appointment of a prime minister, the president shall appoint as prime minister a member of the House of Representatives who is the leader in that house of the party, which commands the support of the majority of members of the House.
So in order for her to appoint Stuart, he has to become the leader.
Stuart Young's supposed to be, this is what the Constitution says, a member of the House of Representatives who is the leader in that house of the party, which commands the support of the majority of members of that house. That's what it says. And we're going to ask
Mr. Daly.
Yeah. Secondly, when it appears to him that the party does not have an undisputed leader, right? So this could be the one, you know. When it appears to him that the party does not have an undisputed leader in that house, or no party commands the support of such a majority, the member of the House of Representatives who, in his judgment, is most likely to command the support of the majority of members of that house, and who is willing to accept the office of the prime minister. So that is the one where he could slip in Stuart Young. You understand?
Yeah.
So we'll get more verification about that from the
Senior Counsel Daly.
Leonard Senior Counsel Martin Daly. But if you was to ask me, the prime minister paddled up a creek and he lose the paddle. He lost his paddle. Let me send him a message to see. Let me just send him a message. All right. Let me send him a quick message here. Hold on.
Send him a message, not a pre-action protocol, okay?
No. No pre-action protocol. No pre-action protocol.
Yeah, this is a very sticky situation that we found ourselves in here.
You never before in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. I'm saying never before in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. A prime minister want to appoint a successor, but he want to stay on as the political leader of the party. Come on, man. Come on, man. And I don't understand. Why I don't understand, boy, is that, for me, if you are a PNM, support your party, but you want democracy in your party, you don't want dictatorship, you want democracy. This is not democracy, you know. This is democracy. That's what this is. Democracy.
Clearly.
Clearly, it's democracy. And they're allowing one man to ruin our whole party, you know, because that is what you're doing. That is what you're doing. And that is sad. You know, at least always say, listen, let me stand for something. Let me stand for something. We're not going to sit idly by and see this happen. But it seems that that's the way it is, Tommy.
Fortunately.
But Tommy, let me ask a question. Why are PNM people just taking anything? Don't even do a little work about going and look at the Constitution, look at the Trinidad Constitution, look at the PNM Constitution, and see this as a railroad job, right? This is a gerrymandering job.
But these two guys, are they trying to pull the wool over people's eye, or are they just lazy and not doing their homework?
Tommy, they are convinced that whatever they tell them, they will follow. They are convinced that if we tell them the sky green, they will go out and regurgitate, but they know the sky green. And that is what they know that they have over them. They have it over them. Doesn't matter what they tell them, you know, they will come and defend it. I hear Gordon Joseph defending now. All of a sudden, Gordon Joseph, he come off the soccer field, he put on his shin pads, he put on his tugs, right? And he going and play now. All of a sudden, he ain't free no more, you know. He going and play now. And he's saying, yeah, boy, Stuart Young boy, yeah. And our good friend, the PNM consultant, what is his name again? The one who went to Trinidad the other day. His name started with an R, man. We had him here.
Yeah, I remember.
What is his name again? Oh, Rock. Yeah, Rocky Action.
Rock Action.
Yeah. And Caribbean so say, Rock, don't use that Action.
Who is the Axel?
Yeah, he said Rock, don't use the Action. His name is Rock Action.
Action.
Yeah, Action. Yeah, Tommy. All of a sudden, I tell the man about the minority running the majority. So here he asking me, so what happened? A Chinese fella can run the PNM. I said, me say nothing about that, you know. I never got into that. Just what you're trying to say. I say simply, I'm telling you what I'm trying to say. You mightn't like what I'm trying to say. Tommy, but let me ask you a question. Why is our people just afraid to talk about situation facing us in Trinidad and Tobago?
Because Trinidad has been bamboozled, brainwashed. Think about it. Trinidadians are brainwashed and bamboozled. I make no excuse for making that statement.
You know, when the Mahasaba fought for Indian people in Trinidad, I say that's a good thing. You no problem with that. You no problem with that. But you know what? Our own black people, Tommy, think about this, right? I thought about this.
Say it again. When the Mahasaba fought for
Indian people for all different things in Trinidad and Tobago.
Right.
Right? They was fighting for the people. Me, I have no problem with that. But think about this. In 2015, before Kamala Persad left office, she gave David Mohammed that piece of land
in Prescott lands, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
She said, well, boy, I ain't sure what will happen in the election, but one thing I'm sure about, if
I'm
you
gonna
get this piece of land here,
and make sure I take care of you.
right, nobody can take it away from you. Nobody. None. Zero. The PNM could come in power, they could do what they want. They can't touch it. They have at least faith now. And you have a deed faith. Okay. Excellent, splendiferous, marvelous job by Kamala Persad. Prime Minister Rowley came into power. The Laventel to Watchy Scholarship Foundation. Simple. So look, whatever abandoned building there for over 3 decades. Let the Laventel to Watchy Empowerment Center get the building, get them at least for 100 years, $1 a year, and let them go and refurbish the building and put up a center.
All on their with their own financing.
With their own financing. No government financing. None. Not a penny. Not a penny from the government. Nothing. You know what the black man do? He mash it down like chili baby. Mash it down. So I asked myself the question, boy, I wonder if Mrs. Kamala Persad was the prime minister, boy. I wonder if she would agree that building, boy. And I said to myself, well, she have a track record, you know. There was a precedent, you know, Tommy.
That's right.
There's a precedent. She already set the precedent.
That's right.
Right? And this is facts. She set a precedent to say, listen, David Mohammed, even though I may not be prime minister, which she didn't know, she said, yeah, and look at today. Look at today. Today. But however, the party with 60.
And I'm going to tell you something.
Go ahead.
I have a similar situation with Patrick Manning.
Yeah.
Where he was so sure that that's what he said. Anyway, he's so sure that he was going to win the mandate, that he was going to put things in place for my project when he get back in office. Mm-hmm. And it never happened when he could have done just what Kamala did for David.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You see?
Yeah.
So it looked like it's a black man problem.
Tommy, and listen to this. In the 220 election, 61% of black people voted for the PNM. 61%. 26% of them living below the poverty line under Prime Minister Rowley. And you know the sad thing, Tommy? Part of that 26% living below the poverty line is them was arguing, no, don't get Wall Street that. Wall Street what a building for he want a name on the building. Don't give him that. Don't give him. What you gain him that for? Let him come home and buy a building. That is them. They rather suffer peacefully. How much Alwari does get a year for the building he does rent? How much he does get a year?
How many millions?
How much millions he does get a year? Renting the government buildings. How much? Yeah?
Maybe Mr. Maloney can appraise us.
They don't think. They're thinking about that building is for me. Me want a building? What?
It's just and the thing is that what the things that we set out to do, I say we because I'm putting myself too. It's the benefit. It's the benefit of citizenry to help empower people. It's not.
That's what it's about. That's why it was called the Laventel to Wall Street Empowerment Center. It was to empower Wall Street. Wall Street good. He good. But you know what? The Black Party say, nah. Them fellas will come and get things free. Let them pay for it. We rather mash it down like chili, baby.
And to see there's nothing free. We know there are no free lunches.
Well, Tommy, me not asking them for nothing free. The building saying don't give for 30 years or more.
And you look at to put money out. And you look at to put money out to do the project.
And bring foreign direct investment into Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah? Because this current government is a failure with bringing FDI into Trinidad and Tobago. Because they closed down Petrochin, number one top earner of Forex in the country. I didn't say that. Colin Burt said that. That's not me. Me say that.
But still, the sycophants want to fight you.
Oh, and listen to this, all black people, all black PNM people, all black PNM people fighting you down. Why? Don't give him no building. Secondly, the building up in Chumakla Caventela burned down in 2011. I fighting for them to renovate the building. Them fighting for the PNM not to renovate the building in a PNM stronghold. Imagine that. Imagine that, Tommy. I say, wait, what kind of, where are you from, boy?
And you are fighting for it for you to get a space to live in? But you don't need it.
Me need an apartment up in Chumakak. I don't need an apartment in Chumakak. However, I am from Chumakak, and Chumakak in my blood. And I fighting for Chumakak. And it's a people, boy, them fellas on the Mugabe station. Hey, don't renovate the building. Or the government didn't renovate the building, the car, because if they go up there, it's gunman and all kind of things. Oh, but if you hear excuses, one person even told me, Tommy, you don't even know what you're talking about, Wall Street. That building you're talking about is in Pleasantville. I said, Pleasantville? I said, what kind of mad talk is that?
Pleasantville is San Fernando.
Yeah, that is a PNM education you get. And if, Tommy, I grew up in building 1, building 2 burned down, and I know people. I was talking to a partner who live in that building just the other day. And the person telling me that is not the building in Chumakak, you know. You think it easy? Boy? By them PNM people ain't easy, boy. That's why they just suffer peacefully under the PNM. They suffer peacefully. They do. They don't want to hear it, you know. They're suffering more than ever under the PNM. Yeah? And all they continue to vote for them so they could suffer peacefully. I don't like to hear that, but it's the truth. 26% living below the poverty line. Where you go? Anyway.
Where's Mr. Daly? Is he in there?
No, I ain't seen him yet, no. I sent him a message. Let's see if I get a message on my phone. Oh, I just got a message there, boy. Hold on, eh? Let me see.
Is it him?
Nah. Oh, you say you can't get into the studio. Let me try WhatsApp. Let me try him on WhatsApp and see. Hold on, eh? I'll put his number in WhatsApp.
Did you send him the link on his email?
Yeah, I sent it on his email. Yeah. But he say he can't get in. I'm gonna try something. Hold on, eh? Okay. Just said it in. 8 Martin. Okay, let me try something here. So, folks, let me try. Tommy, let me play this music. I'm gonna try to get let me see if I could contact Mr. Daly via WhatsApp. I had to put him in my phone, right? We'll be right back.
Tobago. Politics was we and them. That was never meant to be so, according to the anthem. But ethnic insecurity was maintained to divide us by some people in the country to sow the seeds of distrust. But we have got a new system within the community. Now what used to be we and them has now become only we. From now on this nation is we. From now on it is you and I. From now on it is unity. From now on we flying high. All the races have come together to build a better country and create a brighter future for the whole society. The we and them thing is no more, because it is plain to see in this country from shore to shore the community is we. No more we and them. From now on this nation is we. No more we and them. From now on this nation is we and we and we and we. From India and some came from Africa. Look today, their descendants are here, coexisting together.
So folks, we are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street and you. We have on the line with us hello? Yes, we have on the line with us our senior counsel Martin Daly. Mr. Daly, welcome to WZYE 95.9 FM. How are you?
Well, thank you very much for inviting me. I am well, and good evening to your listeners.
Good evening to you, sir.
A lot of them in Brooklyn Panorama last year, but who knows?
You know, Mr. Daly, I met you one time in a panyard on Traggett Road. What panyard do you have on Traggett Road?
Well, it could either have been Silver Stars.
Silver Stars.
Time where we danced the Castellan, etc. And of course, Invaders is also on Traggett Road.
Yeah, it was in Silver Stars. You was having a good time there in Silver Stars. I remember that.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Mr. Daly, welcome to WZYE 95.9 FM. We are glad that you can join us. And, you know, we're not going to keep you very long. But the first thing we want to find out from you, right? We were talking about the Constitution and exactly number 76. 76.1, which talked about the appointment of ministers. Now, can you explain to our audience, Mr. Daly, with respect to this is part of the Trinidad Constitution, as far as the appointment of a prime minister?
Yes, well, it's not as difficult as sometimes people make these things out to be. Section 76 has two parts, 1A and 1B. And both of those parts deal with what is to happen if the occasion arises to appoint a prime minister. Now, you'll appreciate that no occasion has yet arisen because Dr. Rowley has not yet resigned or retired or left office. But assuming he does that, then the president has to appoint as prime minister. The first option is a person who is a member of the House of Representatives. You must be a member of the House of Representatives, not the Senate. Appoint someone in the House of Representatives who is the leader of the party which commands the majority of the MPs forming the government. So the key words are the leader of the party which commands the majority of the MPs, etc., the members of that house. So in order for 76.1A to be activated, two things have to happen. Dr. Rowley has to leave the office of Prime Minister, and then the president may appoint a person who is the leader of that party, meaning, of course, the party in government, the PNM party. Now, your listeners will immediately realize that some difficulty will arise over who is the leader of the party if Dr. Rowley remains political leader. And what I have said, one possibility I've said is, well, maybe if all 21 of the PNM MPs support someone, then the president might take a point of view, well, technically, even though there's a leader of the party, this person is the de facto leader in the House. It's a stretch, but I've suggested as one way out. But none of this can happen until the 21 PNM members sign in support of AO.
So, Mr. Daly, then how does the parliamentary caucus in Tobago, was this a red herring or trying to get around or to kind of sway the president that Stuart Young had the majority?
Well, you're more astute than I heard you were. Yes, using the phrase parliamentary caucus
Yeah.
is no good because we don't know what is the parliamentary caucus. We don't know who comprises and how many numbers it has.
Right.
What we have to have is a leader of the party which commands the majority. Parliamentary caucus isn't in the Constitution. We don't know what that is, and most importantly, we don't know how many people comprise it, and if the people comprise it are members of the House of Representatives. I suppose I tried to be diplomatic in my word. I suppose you could call it a red herring.
Well, okay. So then that commands the support of the majority. Is that majority only PNM members? So
well, just the answer to that is no, but that is the first option, which is 76(1)(a).
Right.
It must be the majority of the members of government. Putting it simply.
Well, we know, Mr. Daly, based on the illegal parliamentary caucus, my words, not yours, that is he doesn't command the majority. That is Stuart Young.
It doesn't appear so.
Okay.
Now, there is another option,
right,
which is that the president, but it is a default option. It's not the first option. It's a default option.
Right.
They're not strictly alternatives. It's more correct to describe it as a default option. The president can then appoint someone who appears to command a majority of the MPs in the House of Representatives, members of the House of Representatives.
Mm-hmm.
And that would mean then somebody could come up commanding a majority drawn from all of the MPs.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the most spectacular example of that was when there was a tied election in St. Vincent very many years ago. Mr. Son Mitchell had the Beckway seat, and it was a tie otherwise, and he said, okay, it's me, and they had to go along with it, and that's how Son Mitchell became the president of the Prime Minister of St. Vincent. But I don't suppose that anybody in the PNM, including the people who are not presently subscribing to the Prime Minister's choice, want to bring down the government.
But
so
but Mr. Daly, let's assume. I just want to assume here for a little bit, right?
Yes.
If the opposition has 19 MPs, and somehow 2 PNM MPs decide to vote with Mr. Daly.
That was the why they call you Professor Wall Street. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I don't suppose anybody in the PNM would do that because it would mean their death, death of their future in the PNM. So I suppose they're not going to let it come to that.
But that is a possibility.
Yes, of course, 76(1)(b) allows for that, but that is a default option. We haven't reached the default stage yet, but it could happen. Certainly, it could happen.
Now, Mr. Daly, let's go to the PNM Constitution, right?
Well, I let me just say, I've not read the PNM Constitution recently. I hear what is being said about it.
Right.
But try me and I'll see if I can help.
Well, in the PNM Constitution and in Articles 12 and Articles 18, Articles 18 talks about the General Council is the only body that can elect a political leader, and that have to be done at a convention, right?
I'm accepting that as correct, and that's the difficulty. That even if Dr. Rowley were to resign as political leader, then he can only be replaced as political leader by the route that you have just described.
Correct.
Now, it's important to remember, if I may just lengthen my answer, it's important to remember that the first sign we had of all of this breaking was in September last year, when mysteriously they canceled the 51st convention that was scheduled for the 17th of November.
Yes.
And there were some internal elections to be held at that time, although the post of political leader was not one of the things that would be held in that internal election. So one became very suspicious as to why they were canceling the 51st convention. But they did.
Right.
And so that is another difficulty. It seems to me, trying to look ahead, that if this impasse remains, they may have to hurry and call a convention to sort this out.
Mr. Daly, is this a possibility that this imbroglio may have destroyed Stuart Young's political career?
Well, I can't say that. I don't know. I don't have sufficient inside information.
Well, I work for the New York Stock Exchange, and we used to trade inside information. You know,
Well, you're better than me. You're better than me. I only know things about the New York Stock Exchange when people went to jail. I think Mr. Milken went to jail.
Milken, yeah, Michael Milken, Boski went to jail. Yeah, yeah.
That's all I know about.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't know whose career will survive all of this. But somebody's going to get damaged. I just don't know enough about what's going on inside to say who's going to get damaged.
So, Mr. Daly, in your opinion, right, as a senior counsel, a well-known senior counsel in Trinidad and Tobago, one of the best in Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay, all of that.
How do you think this will end?
Right. I'm not sure. It all depends on whether the people who are said to have not supported Mr. Young in the first go round, at least some of them stick to their guns. And if they do, then I imagine the General Counsel will say that we have to have a convention, get ready for a convention in a month's time right after Carnival. I mean, you know, Trinidad, you can't have no convention right after Carnival. But they can't reach Chagarama, it's really fat down there. So I suppose they would have to schedule a convention for March right after Carnival and deal with this, and then it will go to the membership, and then it will all sort itself out with the widest possible participation. I don't. If once those people stick to their guns, I think that's what's going to happen, because I think it would be suicide to try and do anything like support a no confidence motion. One can anticipate that the opposition will bring a no confidence motion. A political suicide to support that and bring the government down. So I think they would have to just hold their hand at everything, leave the status quo, and go to a convention that can be called as early as possible. I don't know how difficult it is to arrange a convention. I think that, but all of that, so to speak, prediction is based entirely on enough people holding out, enough of the 9 who didn't support Mr. Young originally holding out. And I mean, rumors are flying. You know, I get a new rumor every hour. You know, I get a WhatsApp with a new rumor. But that is the only clean way out of this that I can see, unless of course everybody kisses and makes up and all 21 sign. In which case, then the president will have to decide whether she's accepting that, even though there's no leader in the sense of a political leader.
So, Mr. Daly, is it legal? I have heard, just like you heard rumors, I hear rumors too. I have heard that some of the MPs were given a letter to sign, and some of the MPs who were supporting Stuart Young decided that they weren't going to sign that letter. But is that legal though? Does that have any standing in the parliament?
Well, no, I think one has to be careful. The purpose of a letter is if this thing was running smoothly, what would happen is Dr. Rowley would send his letter of resignation to the president, and if not, by the same driver would send a letter that said, "We, the undersigned, A, B, C, D, and so on, support so and so as our leader in Parliament," or words to that effect. So I suppose that what we are reading in the newspapers and so on is the letter they're talking about. It's not a question of legal or illegal. The president can't accept word of mouth that X people support. She has to have some credible evidence, and the best evidence will be in writing. So the letter is a practical device to satisfy the president that the person who is being put forward for appointment really does have support. So that's the significance of the letter. It's the really undersigned letter.
So Mr. Daly, here's I'm asking this now. If the prime minister resigns as he resigns as prime minister, okay, but he's still political leader, can that kind of have some sort of effect on the MPs who are currently screening to be members of parliament?
Well, that's another point, you see. I suppose that with all the maneuvering that is going on, the people who have already been screened successfully can have more fortitude, more bravery than those who are still waiting to get the nod, you know. That's another problem. So, I mean, I would answer your question in that way. That is also a factor. And you're giggling away because you understand very well all of the difficulties.
Yeah, but you didn't answer the question, though, Mr. Daly.
Well, try me again.
Okay, let me try it this way. The people who have screened and are selected, they are not really selected until their names are put in the EBC. Is that correct?
Yes, that may be so, that they are not officially or formally before the polls.
Right, they could be removed. They could be removed.
I guess so, but now you're trying to write a TV drama and make it
no.
Yes, but yes, that's possible. That could be a punishment. Yes.
Yeah, because
the fact is, it's not a real punishment because right now they have the status of member of the House of Representatives, which counts for everything. Doesn't matter what they try to do them in the future. It's the now that this thing has to be resolved, and it has to be resolved given the current composition of the parliament.
But Mr. Daly, wouldn't it be easy if the prime minister already acknowledged that he's going to resign as prime minister and he's going to step down as political leader to do all of it at one time?
Well, I'm not willing to give that kind of advice as to how they must get out of what is clearly becoming a monkey pants. I can only say what the Constitution provides and what is required to satisfy the Constitution. I leave political punditry to those who have qualifications in political science.
Okay, all right, that's good. But I guess what you are telling us is that 76, 1A and B, as far as the parliament is concerned, right? The hands will be at the end of the day in the president, and if in B they could command the majority of the MPs in the parliament, right? For whoever is to be appointed prime minister when he steps down.
I don't think it will come to be. I really do. But I mean, I think as blinded as people may be by, you know, whatever outcome they want, I really think I don't think it's going to come to 76-1B. But they have to accept the terms of 76-1A, and if they can't fulfill those terms, then they will have to, you know, find a way to work it out within the four corners of the
yeah, but Mr. Daly, I don't understand how you can say that though, because in the parliamentary caucus, in the outside parliamentary caucus, it was 11-9. So he doesn't command the majority.
No. That's why they may have to go to convention. All I'm saying is I don't think they will be so, what is the word, unthinking as to let it reach to 76-1B. If they can't satisfy the terms of 76-1A, given the present disposition of the MPs, then they will have to find another way to satisfy section 76-1A, and that may be that they'll have to go to convention.
Is it possible the compromise could be that instead of it being 11-9 in favor of Mr. Stuart Young, it could be 15, whatever, 15-6.
I don't think anything short. I think the numbers are so tight, but I don't think that anything short of the 21 will work. Maybe if there are one or two holdouts, it might work. But I mean, and I've heard other commentators on the political science side seem to be agreeing with me that they really have to get all 21. I do, and certainly those anything like 4 or 5 holdouts, I don't, that can't work. The president can't have the confidence that she's making a good appointment. At least I don't think she should, but I can't speak for the president either. But I don't see 5 holdouts as getting the holdouts down to 5 or 4, providing a solution.
In your estimation,
they will have to go to the membership. That's what the party is all about, you know. A lot will depend on what the General Council does when they meet on Saturday. Apparently, there was something called a Central Executive Meeting today, but we don't know what happened there either. Everybody is the present phrase now is tight-lipped. Tight-lipped is the #1 phrase.
Yeah, yes. I see Mr. Fitzgerald say blessed. And Simon Dinobrega says, you know, we'll wait in time, in due time. Rohanson on that something different. But before you go, let me ask you this. Before you go, in your estimation, do you believe that they can get the majority 20 votes? 20?
I don't know. I'm not an insider. I don't have enough information. I have my sources, but I really don't know what they will be able to do in the field because I'm not in the field and I don't have. All I can do is say how I think Section 76(1)(a) works and what has to be done to satisfy 76(1)(a) and how they may or may not get out of the difficulty they have now in complying with 76(1)(a). I'm really not prepared to speculate on anything else because I'm not in the field, you know.
Okay, and lastly, if the Prime Minister is going to step down as Prime Minister, why you don't step down tomorrow and let the thing take this course?
Well, that's not going to entirely solve the problem because they'll have to have a political leader, which takes us back to the convention. And if you are right about what Article 12 and 18 of the PNM Constitution say, it takes us right back. So it looks like all roads leading to Shagaramas, but not until after Carnival.
Oh, after Carnival, but
Savannah is taken and Shagaramas is taken.
Yeah.
So you know.
So,
what Carnival does.
So, Mr. Daly, do you play mass?
Yes, I have been a sailor in Trinidad All Stars for upwards of 10 years.
Okay.
I missed the last Carnival voluntarily, but I am going to All Stars Mass, the 90th anniversary Mass on Sunday, and I will review my position. My sailor suit is washed and hung up, but yes, I always played Mass since I was I was interested in Mass since I was a schoolboy. I played in a band, but I don't know if you want to hear my reminiscences. The first band I played in the road was a band that John Humphrey brought out called Carried Fire Worshippers. Strasser was the king, and the late great Julia Edwards, the dancer, was the queen, and we had a wonderful time. Then I went away to study, and then I came back and played in a variety of bands. But when the music became, big truck music, I wasn't able with that. So I then started to play in steel bands and settled in All Stars, and I've had a wonderful time there.
I think just before you go, Tommy, you had something for Mr. Daly?
Yeah, Mr. Daly, good evening again. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Now, the wranglings that are taking place in the PNM would mean that time would be lapsing before the election is called. Do you think that the timelines are going to affect the PNM's strength in the next election, or is it going to hurt and create a disadvantage for them?
The timelines, if I may put it this way, the relevance of the timelines, the election must be held no later than November 2025, allowing for the dissolution of the Parliament in a 3-month grace period. So if they have to do something other than trigger successfully 76(1)(a) now, they're going to have to move smart and quick in order not to find themselves boxed in with the election and this not resolved, which is why I was saying to Professor Wall Street that we have to. They may have to look at a convention right after Carnival, but I can't advise them what to do. I can only say what 76(1)(a) requires and say that what we have reported in the public domain now does not satisfy the requirements of 76(1)(a).
So I guess
You are right that the timelines are a problem.
So we have to wait and see then. When do you think this is going to come to Parliament? After Carnival, you said?
What is going to come to Parliament?
Well, they have to go to Parliament when the Prime Minister decides to step down, right? And then they have to decide.
No. The thing they have to take to Parliament is the renewal of the state of emergency. They can prorogue the Parliament, which is what Trudeau did in Canada. They can prorogue the Parliament and suspend the things for a while to buy some time, and that was in Trudeau's playbook. Because I no doubt he wanted to avoid a no confidence motion. So they don't have to take anything concerning this 76-1A situation to Parliament as yet. The thing that you might be thinking about is that within 14 days or 15 days of the declaration of the state of emergency, they have to go to the Parliament and pass a motion to renew it or to extend it.
No, but
this has to happen within the confines of the PNM party in the first instance.
So, Mr. Daly, I was talking about when the Prime Minister decides to resign, when the Prime Minister decides to step down, right? Then doesn't that now have to go to Parliament to 76-1A in order to kick in?
No. The Parliament is involved in 76-1A only to the extent that membership of the House of Representatives is a requirement for you to have any say on the 76-1A. Okay. You're reminding me now of a viva voce examination I had as a young lawyer. The professor was, you tiring me off like that, Professor Guest.
Mr. Daly.
So that's a hint, but maybe I've been as helpful as I can be. It's very enjoyable. Thank you very much.
Mr. Daly, it's always a pleasure, and we'd like to have you back sometime again in order for us to discuss these type of things. So any closing words before you go?
Hello?
Any closing words before you go? I say we thank you very much for joining us. Any closing words before you go?
We may have lost the connection, but you can call me back or just allow me to say good night. And thank you very much for inviting me, and good evening to your listeners.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Daly.
Yeah. So, folks, there we have it. Senior Counsel Martin Daly. Tommy, I think Mr. Daly was more of the Trinidad and Tobago Constitution more than anything else.
Yep.
As opposed to the PNM Constitution. Right. So but we know that with respect to 76 and now we know with respect to 76 that the prime Tommy, this is
a lot more serious than was anticipated.
Yeah, it's serious.
Yeah, and it's gonna take a little time to resolve it.
Yeah, it's gonna take time to resolve it. Let me just tell him thank you very kindly. Tommy like to do a little homework about me, boy. Yeah, senior conks. That is a senior conks. I know easy. Martin Daly, you know, little small fry, you know. Martin Daly is a.
I know he's big in the dance.
He big in the dance, you know. He big, you know. Yeah, Martin Daly, boy. I couldn't believe it, boy. What? I'm feeling good now, boy. I'm feeling high.
What's it? You put the 4 trees in your backyard too?
Tommy, you want me end up down in downtown Newark? You want me end up for Sergeant what is his name to come and look for me?
Ramsey.
Yeah, you want Sergeant Ramsey.
Let's give Ramsey a call.
Yeah, we'll call him after the break. You'll call him after the break.
Yeah, because I was talking to him about the SOE and so on. But remember here in the United States, it's decriminalized, so it's not like a long time.
Okay. I just want to see the chat. Don't leave us here. Caribbean Solar, that question. Do you think the PNM will lift the whip so that MP votes without identity in order to thief that votes in Parliament? Because we all know the Speaker and President is a PNM. Oh, God, boy. Whew. Caribbean Solar ain't easy, boy. Gordon Maloney say RS. Who's RS? Who's RS? Who's initial RS? Maybe did he mean RN?
I don't know.
I don't know, but yet again. Oh, Rock Actual says, Ansem, since you mentioned my name, I could only hope that you allow me the front to defend myself. Rock, after the break, Rock, call in and defend yourself. After the break, call and defend yourself, Rock. But Rock, please, make sure you do your homework first, eh? You understand? Google and get your numbers together and everything, eh? Before you come in. Patricia, Patty, welcome. Caribbean Soul say, Rock Actual, we keeping you in check when you come sideways. Don't come sideways, Rock. When you come sideways, you go get checked. Yeah, you will get checked. Don't come in the guile. When you come in the guile, Tommy, what you have to do, Tommy?
You have to be prepared to get boy.
You have to be prepared to get boy. Yeah. Don't come in the guile and prepare for no boy, you know. Yeah. Robert Nesbitt say, world Trinidadians are not accustomed to people who want to do good. They are hurting people who are accustomed to being taken advantage of, being deceived. So take it easy with them. Oh, I go take it easy with them.
Oh Lord.
Oh God.
Robert, you're becoming a little bit too familiar with them now, eh?
Yeah, you come very familiar with them. He's singing like them now, you know, Tommy. He sung like just like one of them. Oh God, take it easy on them now. And them same people, Tommy. They're gonna a BWI is BWI?
Carl.
Oh yeah, Carl. They're gonna a Carl plane, Tommy. And as soon as they land one foot in JF Kennedy, yo, what's happening, man? How is it? Yeah, man, it's freezing, man. You know? you okay, man? What's up? What time you gotta go to work tomorrow?
Ask KFC.
Yeah, ask KFC. Eh? KFC don't even know what it feel like to be cold. But KFC could spit real good Yankee. Robert, I'm worrying about you now, you know. I'm worried about him, Tommy. I'm worried. Yeah, take it easy on.
I wouldn't worry about him.
You sure?
No, I wouldn't worry about him.
Yeah, but he sung like them now, Tommy.
Well, he's entitled to, because he remember he came to the US as a toddler, you know.
Oh, all right, Tommy. Make excuse to him. Go ahead, make excuse. Give my next excuse. Take a next one. Game my next one. You only game one. Take a next one for him. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, he came to the US as a toddler, so.
Okay, give my next excuse. Go ahead now. Go ahead. Give my excuse. Nice one. Find our next one quick and game.
I know he decided to repatriate. He's doing well.
Okay, game my next one too. Game a line up. Game a line up. You know, I say game a line up. Yeah, all of a sudden he's saying take it easy with them. Yeah? Anderson, welcome, boy. How you going? Anderson he ain't say nothing but Akira.
Say good, my people.
Yeah, but he said nothing but Akira. Yeah. Rock Actual, like he upset tonight, boy, Tommy boy. Somebody exposed him tonight. I don't know what it is.
He can handle stories, man. He can handle stories.
Yeah? All right. This fellow only preaching. Caribbean, so I agree with you, you know. What's wrong with America? We all have families who went over foreign, married, and have children and living good still. Yeah, correct is right.
Yeah.
These hosts are not your go along, get along gang. Oh God. Robert calling me out, boy. Caribbean soul saying Trinidad, you have to regret making a child when you face pampers and milk. Hey, look, Nadira, boy. Nadira, where you been? Nadira, how are you? Nadira. Hey, Tommy, look your next partner, boy.
Which partner?
Sarah is back. Just Sarah is back, Tommy, boy. Look your partner there. That next one, you about three of them, you know. It's Mean Jean, Gordon Joseph, and just Sarah. Them is your partners.
All right.
Yeah. Them is your partners. I know. Yeah. Who is I'll be who in their right mind want to be like him? Hate blacks, representing a lost cause. Only about 6.5 people believe him. Well, Tommy, I go think he talking about me. I want to thank him very kindly. At least 6.5 people believe me. Yeah.
How many believe you?
How much do believe him? That is the question. How much do believe him, Tommy? 6.5 believe me. Thank you very much. Hey, look, people, partner. KFC, what's happening, man? KFC.
Hi, good night, man.
What's happening, brother?
Good night, Uncle Tommy. Good night, Uncle Washington, man. Good night, man. I'm there that's taking the program right back in Trinidad and Tobago, yeah, man.
Yeah, man. What's going on? Tell us what's happening.
What's shaking, brother?
What's shaking?
Brother?
What's shaking? Tell us what's shaking, man.
Right now, back in with the PNM and going back to also right now, man. The boiler room and camera person trying to do all the nasty work for Dr. Kikoli, man.
Wow.
The minister sign the favor of store tongue to the next prime minister, man.
Yo, man, you know what they should do, man? They should draft Patty, PNM Fox, and Gordon Joseph to sign for them too, man. Then they'll have enough.
And also, man, Battery and all the junior too, man.
Yeah. He could try to throw them in the mix. And you know who we could get? We could get Mr. Hate, Mr. Bingo, and the PSA hater.
And it could also get possible to see with a prayer for the evil, man.
Oh, we could get the pastor of the internet search engine name. Yeah. You could get one of them.
Pastor, you go see our prayer.
Yeah.
But Dr. Rowley looking to mash up, he don't mash up the country, looking to mash up the PNM. I feel, man, when you so rest in peace, you're about Mr. Manen. So the work on him, man.
Yeah, boy. He mashing it up, boy, on his way out.
You started to see the evil and the heartlessness and the wickedness come out of him right now.
Yeah, boy.
And that same baller clown who rock with him, Camille Robinson. She and all mash up man and she and Hines and all of them, man.
Yeah. Yep.
But we waiting to see Saturday, we waiting to see who go on here. Right now, we're back in the country, man.
Yeah, man.
Man, I come out there just know, man. I can't take it no more here, man. It's very dread here, man.
Yeah.
You have any place in your basement there, man?
Yeah, man. We have a special room here, man. Air condition, refrigerator, Wi-Fi, cable, everything, man. You have nothing to worry about.
When I come in, man, pick me up in the airport, man.
Oh, come on. No, don't worry. I'll send an Uber for you. I'll send an Uber.
All right. Love and respect. Love.
Yeah, man. Bless. Tommy, pick him up, send an Uber for him and an SUV, man.
You gonna send a Mercedes Sprinter for him?
Yeah, we go send a Mercedes Sprinter SUV for him, a black one with leather seats, man. This is Prime Minister.
Paging Dr. Mashup. Dr. Mashup, you are needed in the Fed emergency ward immediately. I said immediately. Hey, pull up! Paging Dr. Mashup. Dr. Mashup, you are needed in the Fed emergency ward immediately. I said immediately.
Hey, pull up! That's Prime Minister Rowley, mashing up everything on his way out. Manon was absolutely correct. Manon was correct. Let me take this call. Rock, actually, I have to hold on. We're going for the break. Hold on, okay?
No problem.
Hold on. Let's go for the break. Folks, it's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Don't forget, Shelly Live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook and X. Subscribe, WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509. 973-609-6509. Share the live.
We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Caller, welcome. Caller.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yes, sir. It's me. How are you?
We are excellent.
How are you guys? Good night.
Mr. Action on yourself.
Yeah, I'm hanging in. Okay.
How was your trip?
I put something in.
Wait, 1 minute. How was your trip to Trinidad?
Great. I always enjoy myself going home. I've been going home now since '94 until now.
Did you go down Balize House?
I was in Trinidad three times for this year. But there were other reasons why I went down.
No, I understand that.
Did
you go to Balize House?
This time, no.
Oh, but you went the last 2 times. You went the last
no,
2 times.
Just one time I went, and that was to just pay my dues up to the end of this year. That's it.
Oh, you re-up your membership?
I did it last year.
Okay.
And I paid it up to the end of this year, coming 2025. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, no, we keep it real here. We speak the truth and whole truth. So when the election bell ring, you're going back to vote?
No, I do not vote. I've never voted in a PNM election in Trinidad.
What? I mean, you mean a general election?
I've never voted in any elections in Trinidad in my life.
So what is the sense paying a fee to the PNM and you ain't voting for
Because
them?
my father was, as I said, one of the founding members of the party, initial general council member, was secretary for a minute, one of the original candidates PNM fielded in 1956. And when he came away as a diplomat and trade union, all the things he did, and represented the country in many areas, when he went back, he formed a party group in Tobago. And he asked me to become a member of that party group, and I did. And then up here, we had PNM North America, we had Balize Group, things like that. And we did a lot of things in terms of helping PNM get elected, raising funds, having shows, even bringing Sparrow, things like that. So that's how my membership in PNM come. But while I'm a member of PNM, it doesn't mean that I don't try to be objective or look for the objective truth. And based on that, and one of the reasons I called you tonight.
Rock, before you ask your question, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
How have black people fared under PNM in the last 10 years?
We will come to that in a minute, okay? Because that's one of many things I call in about. But the main thing I called in about, I put something in the chat and I was wrong. I said last week, Thursday, I called in for a specific reason. I don't think it was Thursday. I think it might have been Monday. It was the day that you had a young lady on the phone, I think she's a political scientist, explaining some of the rules of the Constitution and things like that, okay?
No, that was a man.
That
was a man. That was not young.
No. That was a man. It sounded very much like a female.
No. That was a man. That was a man.
Okay, maybe I'm wrong. I apologize. But anyway, I called in specifically because I said then, fellas, are we going to a place where a Chinese man can run a PNM and an Indian man and a Negro man can run UNC and an Indian can run? And I said, is that where we're going? And that was, you ducked it. I made my point, or tried to make my point. Tommy acknowledges the point I made, and he said, but no, we didn't pick it up. One of my people who had called in on the show wrote in and said, and you can play it back, okay? He said he wants us to address the point I've raised. You said you can put it off for another day. I didn't come in the other day. I was on a plane. And I know you made a big issue, and tonight you even made a big issue and this and that and whatnot. And of course, you came, we had a discussion, you and I'll bring this out privately, and you said you came with numbers as who supported who and all that. Sure, it was meaningless. It was moot, because we know that the majority of supporters of the PNM has been Negroes, and we know the majority of the UNC and all the variations and different configurations of the DLP and whatnot, ULF, etc. The majority were East Indians. You know that. So why would you bring that point? Because to me, why I called you to tell you, be careful how you handle this, because it will appear as though you're saying a Chinese man can run the party. And I said to you, if you want to criticize Young, deal it with qualifications, credentials, vision, ideas, where he's going, and all that. Don't focus on the fact that. Now, when we had a conversation today, let me finish. Can I finish, please? When we had a conversation today, you said to me, a minority ruling or running a majority and all this stuff. And I said to you, so then it means Obama couldn't run the United States, or Kamala Harris couldn't be head of the Democratic Party? And you have not responded. So I'm getting the sense that you really believe that only a Negro could run PNM. And I think that is wrong, Anselm. I think that is very wrong. So you need to clarify this to your people on the show right now.
Rock, you have never heard me say that. You have. You could.
I've heard you say.
You could never. Rock.
You have implied it.
Rock.
And you could play back the tape.
Rock.
Play it back.
Rock.
I dare you to play it back.
Rock.
What you said.
Tommy.
I dare you to play it back.
Tommy.
If you have integrity and you're honest, you would play it back and say when it is I called in, why I called in, and what I said when I called in. You implied, and that's what you left it hanging. And if your people who are listening to this show tonight are honest, that's what you left hanging out there. That somehow a Chinese guy can't run this, or mix with an Indian and all, can't run piano or shouldn't run piano. That's what you implied. And now if you want to clear it up, clear it up. No problem.
Can I talk now?
Sure.
Tommy, have you ever heard me say a Chinese man cannot run the PNM?
No, you haven't said that. But what you said was that Stuart Young represented a minority.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Okay, this is what I said. I said 61% of Afro-Trinidadian voted for the PNM. 54% of East Indian voted for the UNC. 7% of East Indian voted for the PNM, and 5% of Black, African, whatever they want to call it, voted for the UNC. And I said, with Stuart Young ascending to the Prime Minister, the minority is running the majority. And in the UNC, the majority is running the majority. I never said Stuart Young cannot be the Prime Minister, or a Chinese man can run the PNM, or a Chinese man can run. That's what Rock said. Rock said that. I never said that.
I am not saying
you can't put words in my mouth, Rock.
I said you.
And I repeat what I just said.
You could
imply whatever you want.
You play exactly when I came in and raised the issue and why you didn't address it that night, but came to address it later with figures and numbers. What are you implying? You tell me what you're implying, Anselm.
Well, I'm implying what I said. I'm implying what I said.
So you tell me right now, is it all right for a non-African person of African descent? Is it all right for a person of not who is not of African descent to run the PNM? Yes
Rock,
or no?
Whoever the people decide.
I'm asking you a straight question.
I'm asking you a question.
I'm asking you. I'm asking you.
Rock.
The answer is yes. A non-African could run the PNM.
But Tommy, let me answer it. Anybody that the voters select, whether they select a green man from Mars, that's what it is. And you have to abide by that.
Minority running the majority. What is that about?
That's the fact. That is the fact.
It's not a matter of fact. It's the way you.
But wait. All of a sudden, it does not.
You framed it in a way where it looked as though, and that's why I told you and said I warned you. I said be careful how you deal with this whole question of Stuart Young. If you're dealing with him on the question of his abilities, his competences, his ideas, his credentials, his experience, fine. But if you're going to based on race, you're going to look like a.
Can I ask you a
racist.
question? Can you ask your question? What did I say that's not factual?
I said you implied. I never
Can
said
I ask you, Rock? Stop tiptoeing around Bally's house now, man. What did I say was not factual?
That's how you go. You go low.
That's not low. That's how we just go, yeah, but we just tell Tommy tiptoeing around Bally's house. We just
from the first time in the Brighton show, I laid it clear. I'm a member of the PNM party, and up till 2025, I might use this speed. I told you, friend, the only person in PNM that I deal with is Penelope Beckles. Okay? I've met her only once. You used to be real tight to them. You were bosom buddies. And that's why you're susceptible to people saying the reason why you're attacking so much is because you're mad about this building. You leave yourself open to things like that. If you enter the broadcast journalism, you try to be as objective as you can. You know, but I laid it out there. People know, yes, my father and where I'm coming from as it relates to PNM. And I said even at the first time, I am not PNM until I did. And I also said I try to be objective. I'm more into policy than anything else. So don't get caught up in your tiptoeing around Bally's. That is ramshot bullshit. We don't need that. All right? Let's talk seriously. If we're serious about a country, let's talk seriously.
But Rock, I talking serious? You want to put the facts up on the screen for you? Let me put the facts up on the screen for you. You think I didn't make that up? You don't want me to talk about facts because you don't agree with that? You don't want me to talk about facts?
All right, let me take this call.
You're implying that a minority can run.
I never said minority.
Call us standby.
I never said that. I said the minority is running the majority.
Standby.
You didn't understand. What part of that? That's a fact.
You know. One of the guys in the comments said that when I call in, he would come in because I go in sideways. Fine. Tell me what's the sideways. I specifically called in for a definite reason. I want you to clarify the fact where you're coming from as it relates to who runs what party and who heads what party and and all this kind of stuff. And I told you in a private conversation, I said, even if there's 100 people and there's one person of one race and the other 99 of the other race, that one person could aspire to and become the leader or prime minister once the majority of the voters vote him in.
But that's exactly what I said. You see? Rock, stop tiptoeing, eh? Anyway, listen to this. Just before you go. Someone sent me a question to ask you. Do you think a political party predominantly supported by black individuals and historically led by black leaders would vote for a leader of another race?
Of course.
Okay. All right. So whoever sent it, answer it to you. So anyway, Rock, thank you very much. You just confirmed exactly what I said, right? Exactly what I said.
It's not a matter of confirming, Anston. You could play. You have the tape, and you can go back to the show where you had the person on.
But we got to go back. I just told you exactly what I said, and I regurgitated it.
All the listeners could do it. If you make it available, and it's available on YouTube, they could play it and see when I called in, why I called in, and what I said, and the fact that you never answered the question because I posed it to you, and one of the people who were listening asked you to address it in the chat, and you never did.
And I addressed it tonight.
Well, so then you are saying that anybody of any race, any ethnicity could run any party in any country. Oh, well, let's deal with Trinidad.
But of course,
that's what you're saying, right?
But of course,
okay.
Of course, and I'm still going to tell you, in the PNM, should Stuart Young ascend to the leader, the minority is running the majority.
And why you even bring it up?
What do you mean why I bring it up? Because that's the truth.
Well, why you bring it up? Why even bring up the fact that Stuart Young? I mean, play the answer because the whole question of the man's race came up. He's half Chinese and he's half Indian. All that came up on that show. Come on, man.
Okay.
Let's get real here.
All right.
Go home tonight and play that thing again and listen to where I chimed in and why I chimed in.
We have a caller standing by.
Rock, we have a next call. All right.
Okay, take care.
Thanks. You call up.
Caller, you live. Move Defender.
Uncle Tommy.
Yes, sir.
You really feel Washington is a professor?
I know he is.
Uncle Tommy, Washington calling on the phone with a man who just said he went to Trinidad and paid his dues for PNM until the end of 2025 and don't vote, you know. Washington, I know what to believe. Let me put a Mugabe station. Because if you are a professor, are you not going to that level of conversation? Uncle Tommy, what? Explain to me, I'm trying to figure out all how. What is Rock reasoning behind what he did? Paying his dues for a party, but he do not support them when it comes to voting.
Now, he say he support them because his father was because of his father.
Huh?
He say he support them because of his father. You know what it is?
Wall Street.
That was like me.
I understand call you Wall Street, boy. Not me. I follow the Mugabe station, yes? Not me. That conversation, you know how I did? Trust me. You have me questioning the truth. But anyway, our lighter note. Well, not a lighter note, you know. Our next note. What should I just send you a video? Wall Street, if you feel that the 9 who vote against your term go down continue getting on, so I just send you a video with a meeting just was concluded by Barry's House. Terrence Yard saying hugging up Foster Cummins, Stuart Young. Foster Cummins hugging up Stuart Young. All the MPs who look like they went against the vote is hugging up Stuart Young as we speak. I'll send the video to you. Check it out.
All right. Yeah. Thank you. All right. Tommy, you know what's difficult for me, boy? When people are trying.
GoDaddy Arrow helps you get your business online in minutes with the power of AI.
The thing about this, Tommy, is that the way how I do it, a lot of my, I grew up and I base my evidence on facts. I like facts. I don't like to go with any other thing other than facts. Right? And I basically did the homework, which Rock didn't do because he didn't know. Right? And I said, but wait, I didn't know this. And I bring that fact to the table. It's just like the fact with 26% of black people living below the poverty line. Rock and them don't like to hear that. You know? They don't want to hear that. Patty and them don't want to hear that. P and them folks don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. They're not interested in that. But it's the fact. It is the truth. And I've said here also, Prime Minister Rowley is a transactional leader, not a transformational leader. Look what he did. Look what happened with what's going on now. It's a transaction. Everything is a transaction. All right. If you vote for us, we go get your attorney general. If you vote for us, we go get your ministry. What is that? Transactions. Yeah? So people just talk and say all what they want. They can say all what they want. Facts is facts. And I stick to the facts. I never said that if he is blue skin or green skin, he can run the PNM. I never said that. And I made the analogy between the UNC and the PNM. You know, he ain't talk nothing about the UNC. Right? He ain't talk about that, you know. But you know what it is? He only pick on the one side. Right? Oh, let's stop tiptoeing wrong body's house now, man. Oh, God. And Rock, you surprise plenty people, eh? Plenty people. You go on Trinidad and you pay, boy, to up for them, boy? Nah, Rock, boy. Nah. Caller, welcome.
Good evening again to the panel and those who are on the outside.
Good evening.
Well, Rock can do anything different to you, my friend. Rock can do nothing different to you. Very rare you call in on any program and you leave somebody with a jaw hanging by the waist. So very rare. Are you a friend? I will tell you the truth. Me go lie to you. You understand? I won't lie to you at all. But I am a keen observer and also I'm praying because my country is more important to me than any party, government or opposition. And I don't have a difficulty anytime a decision is made that was not a good decision. And the person or persons that did look to reverse it. Because it's nothing new. It's nothing new. What is unfortunate is that sometimes they go along, come along, and then let's try to take that now and beat it like a horse in a race. Listen now. If the horse can't win, it can't win. No matter how much whip you get the horse. If it a horse faster, that is it. The other horse is just faster. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I don't gamble and think again, but I think there is some kind of rule with beating a horse. I think there's something about abuse. I don't know the details of it, the horse people, and they might be able to help me with that. Not that I need it. You understand? Because if you're beating the horse down in probably 7 or 8 with quarter furlong to go again, and you want to beat the life out of the horse. Oh gosh, boy. So what is the point? Stuart Young is not a Trinidadian. He don't belong to Trinidad and Tobago. What is the point? I haven't heard any leader in this PNM party that from different commentators is one of the best parties in the Caribbean say that the PNM is a black party. I heard it from the oppositions. I heard it from them. I heard it from the 6.5. You understand? Who are against them. But I haven't heard, you understand? The thing, so it have people who give themselves name and people call them that. And there are people who call people things who they never give themselves their name. So I hear about a Gordon Joseph. I don't know who that is. I know who is Gordon Bernard Maloney the first. You understand? So I just find it just laughable, and it's from the book of Dotuishness, what people trying to make an issue out of. Stuart Young, so what? He's not a Trinbagonian. So what? He's not a member of the party. And the next point they're trying to make, he young. They're trying to say, get rid of them old people and them, you understand? Rowley and them is old people and all them fellas and them, Imbert and them, we need young. Young, Mr. Young, all he all listen, I love Miss Beckers as a person. I welcome her many a time she was in my church. And I feel that she has a very important role to play. But if you put the two of them there in terms of prime ministership, I am not hesitating to say, I given Mr. Young my vote. That had nothing to do with color or race or what to think. I just looking at the experiences that this man had. And I feel that when you have to deal with the people who are there now, who are opposing every bloody thing that could benefit my grandchildren, right? You can't have somebody who is a lightweight. You can't have somebody who's a bantamweight. You need a heavy or a super heavyweight. And my bottom line is always that the people decide. If the majority say they want Mrs. Beckles, then I have no problem with that. If the majority say they want Mr. Young, I have no problem with that. Let it be. So I think it are more important things and bigger things to deal with. Because, oh gosh, by 9 bloody years, what have they done to prepare themselves for government? I can't know, because the 6.5 of them, they're only dealing with the PNM. So just now around the corner, when the election come there now, they're going to be scrambling now. And then, do you know what it could end up being? It could end up being a repeat of 2010.
No, Mr. Maloney, do you think that Prime Minister Rowley is a heavyweight?
If he's a heavyweight?
Yeah.
Yes. I believe so, yes.
That's your opinion, right?
Yeah, that's my opinion. I thought that my opinion you asked me.
Yes, I know, I know that to be a fact. That's your opinion, but in my humble opinion, I think he may be other things, but he's not. He's no heavyweight, because if he was, he would have. He would have. If he was a heavyweight, he would have done the right thing. But in a lot of instances, for example,
in politics, what's the right thing again? Remind me.
Well, the economy is the main thing. The forex problem today, it shows weakness, or should I say lightweightedness, and when it comes to handling the Petrotrin fiasco. I have to call it a fiasco because
your opinion, which I respect, yeah.
Because any good leader would have taken a serious entity like that to heart and not close it down, but restructure it effectively and keep it in operation.
Your opinion, and my own is it was not closed down because we were still able to get money from it. And when something closed down, my understanding is if you close down this shop here.
What you just said there?
If you close down this shop here.
All right, okay.
And this shop is not yielding any money again.
Okay.
This is a shop. This was a shop that was selling, snacks and
Go on, Joseph. Go on, Joseph. Go on, Joseph.
Let me finish my point now, please, if it's okay with you. And then after you could come in.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. If you close down this shop here that was selling snacks and food stuff and so on, you close up the doors and nobody could buy from it. That is it. If you say, all right, here what happened? We're going, you see this line, the rice and the flour and the food stuff and thing, we're going and close down that section. All right? But we still continuing now with the snacks. Okay? And what we'll do, we'll let somebody else now come and handle that part of it. And we now could get from it. I can't see that as a closed down, as, they closed down the shop, they restructured.
If you stop selling staples and you're only selling snacks, could you sustain a country or your family? Let me put it in perspective. Your family just selling snacks as opposed to selling staples.
The one section continue.
Listen.
Continue with the snacks and so on, but then they give somebody else now.
Yeah.
Somebody else now to handle the heavy stuff.
All right.
Yeah, but they actually stopped doing the heavy stuff. No refining.
Okay.
Yeah, but we still getting money from the refinery.
All right. Okay.
No, the refinery was not in operation. How are you going to get money from a refinery if it's not refining?
If what?
If you're not doing any refining, how are you going to get money from refining? And you're not doing any refining.
I have heard on the news the kind of monies that came in from their due to taxes and so on. So I don't know if the reporters and they were lying. You understand? But closing down is in nothing. I mean, what sometimes happens is people want to play semantics with words.
All right. Let me leave it there.
So Caroni,
yeah, we had to leave it there.
What Caroni went through. I know what swan hunters went. Well, some young people and they might know about swan hunters. You understand? That was closed down because that went totally out.
The refinery was shut, and let's stop playing games.
Let me take this other call.
No problem.
All right.
Yeah, let's keep it straight.
Let me take this other call. Caller, welcome. Tommy, you know what's sad, boy?
Denial.
It is sad when you listen to somebody. You know, they say if you think education is expensive, try ignorance. Tommy, the Minister of Finance stated Petrotrin was one of the largest producers of forex in Trinidad and Tobago. I didn't say that. The Minister of Finance said that. Tommy, you know I just always say that. Certain people have to stay in their lane, eh? You can't bring up things with forex and things with that fella. Seriously. You can't bring up that type of discussion with him. Because you're outside of a lane. You're running outside your lane, you got disqualified. Seriously. That's what the Minister of Finance said. He stated that. Caller, welcome.
Wall Street, good night. I was interviewing about it. I really could not take in. I really could not take on Maloney. But Maloney, you know, no. Stuart Young is a Trinidadian. He's a human being. You know, Rudolph Monidal is a Trinidadian and a human being too. Eh? You know, Kamala is a Trinidadian and a human being too. And a past prime minister, a female woman, and all have no respect for she. You only know Stuart Young is a Trinidadian, is a human being because Rowley chose it. Eh? Well, let me tell you something, eh? Don't matter who the put to lead the PNM, all they will make excuse because all they don't have a choice. All they have ever the put over there. But Wall Street, why a prime minister will try so much a scheme and unconstitutional measures to have the friend take over the PNM and be prime minister? Why?
And
Dr. Rowley could
COP,
have just call a general election.
and COP, you know what's hard, boy? You know what's difficult, boy? Them people seeing a man being undemocratic in a democracy, and them agreeing with that, you know.
Because them come Trinidad to live. They're not Trinidadians. And fighting down the Trinidadians when we standing up for the country, standing up for what is right. And all the concern about it, no matter what, you come here to be PNM until you're dead, and they take all the nonsense, and they still become we country going right down today. Right down today. But a question I want to ask, when the Prime Minister of this country, the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, anyway, Dr. Rowley was going for 8 years and 9 months, 21 days. Dr. Rowley, anyway, he was going, he let call him both act as Prime Minister.
Cameron Murray, I agree with you. I'm a rebellion.
Go ahead. Hold on, Tommy. COP, go ahead.
And it show that Col Embot had the most amount of experience in the PNM. That is why he let him act as Prime Minister. What caused Dr. Rowley mind to change? Because out of Col Embot and Ms. Beckers, they are the two most experienced in cabinet.
Yeah.
What make Dr. Rowley change from making Embot acting Prime Minister? They both the party he and Stuart Young gone. Wall Street and Uncle Tony, listeners all over the world. Why we must have a Prime Minister practicing so much a ratchet feet to have his friend take over the PNM by 11 cabinet ministers in a secret private PNM meeting. That is what happened.
Undemocratic.
And if Kamala was doing that, they would have find all the reason to explain, just as how we explain it, to say she wrong.
But and COP, you remember when?
The easiest thing.
You remember when was time for the internal elections in the?
It's the call general.
Your phone breaking up.
But he know nobody want to support the PNM again. It's either you call an internal election for leadership or you call the general election.
Simple.
And let people vote for who they want.
Simple. Let people vote for who they want.
Betrayal, man. You know what's sad about it too? If Dr. Rowley resigned and he lived for 15 years after, we pays him $15 million for doing nothing. That makes sense? And if he lived 25 years, we have to pay him $1 million every year. Thank you.
Thank you. Brooklyn, welcome.
Good night to you, Wall Street. Good night, Uncle Tommy. Good night to the viewers and listeners. Now, I I would say this. Anybody that worked their way up the ladder, who have done their best in a party that considered to be the people's party. The PNM is the people, not Stuart Young Rock. The PNM is the people national movement. It's not Stuart Young or Rowley friend or what should we the word Christopher Rowley used, which is a mafia word.
The Cosa Nostra. The Cosa Nostra. The Cosa Nostra. The Cosa Nostra. Cosa Nostra.
Right. In that organization, it is hand down powers to the next person, the right hand. Like just as what Rowley do, Rock, when I listen to you as a black man coming for Wall Street to tell him that he's sounding like a racist because he's speaking the truth, I see you, Rock, as one of the biggest slave catchers under the PNM that never vote for them. You more dangerous than the ones who vote in every year for the PNM. And it's hard to hear a black man come on a radio station to tell a next black man because the wicked, evil black man for 9 years, right, come to put a Chinese-faced boy to run the party so he could be in the background. He could continue to be in the background, pulling the strings of the Chinese boy Rock to continue to destroy Trinidad and Tobago, a country that we love. For you to come and say, well, she's trying to make it seem as racist speaking when he say a Chinese man carry on the PNM. No, because you know why? Because I think in the PNM had a lot of educated, brilliant, talented, and people who understand the black people, the struggles, the suffering we go through. I think it have people who deserve right to show that they can run that party, Rock. But no, you don't like your black people. You just want to see anybody other than them get the right way to leadership. And I find you always be educated, scholar, I never go to college. But when I hear people like Ole talk, it just make me know that college didn't teach Ole nothing. You understand? Because don't come and tell Washit. I never hear Washit one day speak race on this program. And if Washit ever have anybody come on in this program and be racist or speaking race or anything, he's gonna cut them off, he's gonna ask them to apologize, or he's gonna ban them from this program. And I find it strange that you could be coming here to try to twist what Washit put out there, which was the truth, to say that it is something like he's a racist. And that is disrespectful of you, Rock. And I understand why your name is Rocksaw or Rock Hacksaw. Anybody who make a child name them that is a shame. Because here you as a big man speaking, you learn nothing in your whole life. We African people have to rise up. And it's not no friend or nothing for me to rise up and come out from the bottom of the ladder to bring wealth into our generations, Rock. And the Chinese boy is not going to bring wealth for nobody in Laventille or nobody in the East-West corridor. The Chinese boys continue to sign deals with Maduro and everybody else to sell out Trinidad and Tobago. And we are here to fight to prevent that from happening, Rock. So again, when you're calling this program, come straight, don't come crooked. Because we're here to fight for Trinidad and Tobago. We born there and we will die for there. All right?
Yeah, man.
I go on.
Bless. Rock, they say don't come sideways, boy. Miss Georgia says, and listen to Tommy. Listen to Miss Georgia says, and Rock, if you listen to what she says, your understanding and statement were based on statistics and fact rather than a personal opinions. I didn't give my personal opinion, you know. That wasn't my personal opinion, you know. Yeah, KFC. KFC. Hi.
When I Mr. Water come to me.
Yeah.
Mr. Washit, I listened to the program with Mr. Rock and evil, wicked God Joseph and them. It's them is why the country. Them don't stand up for black people. Or?
Nothing they stand up for. Not for that's for nothing. Nothing.
And them always talk about black conscious and black this and black that.
Nah, them fellas don't talk about black stuff. You mad what black conscious? Everybody equal as far as they are concerned. 26% living below the poverty line. Nah. What should we get them statistics from? That not right? That not right?
You come out and congratulate the Stuart Young, the Chinese community, the Chinese Association, come out and say the country, Stuart Young. Really fish Stuart Young coming to help the black people in the East-West corridor? We know, but about defend black people, that's so much of murders and things, and black people stand up for the black people that told about we prolong ourselves by them prolong the black woman, so they give the man strength and let the man run the party. They rather see a Chinese man come to run the party and the party belong on that blackness.
Church Young have an agenda. He's to help make the rich richer so they can help the poor.
Correct. That is it, Tommy.
Yeah.
That's his agenda.
Yeah.
But rock on them. You see, rock on them? Rock on them, don't worry about that. That's okay. What if you make the rich richer? And Gordon Joseph and Patty and all of them.
Gordon Joseph, all evil, wicked, but them don't like black people by. So they start for the black brothers and sisters that look in the thing in there. Like, what should the right side of them?
Boy, it's easy. It's easy. Yeah. Yeah, man.
That was the head up to understand.
Yeah. You know, Tommy, let me finish reading Miss Georgia's statement, eh? Let me finish reading it. Yeah? Oh, should I take this call? All right, let me take this call. I don't finish reading this statement. Yeah, financial guru, welcome.
Okay, to me.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
BFC, listen to me carefully. I ain't trying to pick up some. I'm not trying. I understand what you're saying, Brother Ansel. But I understand what Mr. Rock is saying. See, you have perception, right? Or the reality. And sometimes the truth, because this is a very ticklish area of race. Now, remember.
Wait. Let me stop you.
Go ahead, Professor.
I never come and talk about no race.
Professor, I understand that.
Well, let me finish. No. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
I talk about statistics. And just as Miss Georgia said, this wasn't my opinion. This was statistics. And it shows that the minority is running. If he becomes the leader of the PNM, the minority will be running the majority. And in the UNC, let me finish. The majority is running the majority.
All right. So, Professor Wall Street, Ansel, just listen to me what I'm saying. I'm saying to you, I agree 100%. I have known you, for what, a couple of years now?
Yeah.
And I know the character of yourself and Uncle Tommy and myself. But I'm saying, Trinidad, here's what I was saying, because remember, we had this conversation, and you were telling me you don't understand what I'm saying. So I'm saying, people, you were stating a statistic, but people, unfortunately, including Mr. Rock, misconstrue what you were meaning. So I'm saying to you, what he is explaining, I think, because even me, it can come across not that because I know you, Ansel. I know you would never be not on that. And that's why I said, and this is what he was saying, that Stuart Young and Keith Brownlee, whether they survive tonight or whatever, they are one and the same. And that's why I put the alliteration, so I would announce this too. Ras Gonzalez, Alexander Bustamante, Norman Manley, all of these people will not have black people in Jamaica. Ras Gonzalez is a people's man. And which is what we have to realize. And that's what come on. The 1% is a cavalcade of certain people with certain races that control the PNM. And whether you have a black face or an Indian mixed with Asian, which is a good story, the fact is, Stuart Young, and I will say it tonight again, and Dr. Rowley do not care sufficiently about people who vote, which is the predominantly black race, for them. They seek more the interest of the 1%. So I am saying respectfully, Uncle Tommy and Professor Wolski, I understand you 100%. But it's unfortunate, Mr. Rock, the way how he viewed it, because remember, you state a statistic, this is a fact. 61% and 54%. And the fact is, a minority, if he comes into power within the next 2-3 months or whatever, and all this issue is dissolved, is going to rule the PNM. Just like Norman Manley, just like Alexander Bustamante, just like Edward Seaga. But the difference with Michael Manley and Edward Seaga and Raz Gonzalez is that Stuart Young and Keith Rowley, because Stuart Rowley, Dr. Rowley, is black. As he said, he's proud of that. But he does not represent the interests of the people who are struggling in Trinidad and Tobago. Mainly, this is why we have 634 murders last year. This is why, when you look at the common entrance, you quote that. We are back at the bus. When you look at A levels, university graduation, people who are graduating from the bar, people who are graduating from University of the West Indies, engineering, business people. How many business people you know that the PNM, under the tutelage of the PNM, has helped that you can look up to? Just as how like any Asian or any Syrian or any Lebanese or any Indian. How many? There's not many. And they're doing nothing for it. And that is what I'm just saying with all due respect to Wall Street, that and I'm saying this as a friend and a person who respects you, that you have to be conscious of that. Because unfortunately, when it comes to black people, anytime we highlight certain facts, people get jumpy in Trinidad and Tobago.
Richard, let me tell you this, I am unapologetic for speaking the facts. I am not gonna apologize. I'm letting you know, I am not gonna apologize for speaking the facts.
I am telling you, I do not expect you to do that. But I'm telling you, understandably, from the perspective, because you see, I'm becoming more vociferous. Because the fact is, that's why they hate people like David Nackett. They don't like David Nackett. So how he just curse and carry on and all of that and da. But he highlights, if the PNM is serious, if Rowley was serious, if Fitzgerald Hines, if Con Imbull, if all of these people were serious, they would take the issue of the impoverished black young male that is creating all the havoc in Trinidad and Tobago by reaching out and doing things and not just talking. And that's what Stuart Young and Dr. Rowley is doing. And you have people who will follow them because what they have what is called political Stockholm syndrome. And that's all I'm just saying. Going forward, I'm giving you an advice. You could accept it. You could throw it out the road. You don't have to apologize. Why you have to apologize for what? You state a fact. Be conscious or aware of that. Because when you talk about these things, when Brooklyn talk about these things, when I talk about these things, or Uncle Tommy talk about this, we can say, see, look at he, bro. He causing trouble.
All right, leave it there. All right, leave it there.
Professor Wilson, but you understand what's
Yeah,
going on.
yeah, man, bless.
All right,
yeah. Tommy, let me say this, I am unapologetic for saying that, and PNM Fox and them who will throw their own people below the bus and then dig a hole to see how low they could take them. I'm sorry. If you all don't like the facts, Too bad. Listen to this one.
You know, before you go there, there's a lot of reference being made to Jamaica, but these leaders in Jamaica who look whitish are very black conscious.
Conscious, very conscious. I see a video with Ralph Gonzalez the other day talking to a fella on
very
Facebook.
conscious, very conscious.
You remember that? You see that, Tommy?
Man,
I say, wee! Look at Ralph Gonzalez.
very conscious.
Very conscious. Let's take this call. Caller, welcome. Caller.
Hello, good evening.
Mr. Intellectual,
Good
welcome.
evening.
Good evening.
Good night, in fact.
Good night.
I sit down here and I contemplating.
Yeah.
Which country I really live in. Whether or not back in the plantation in the 1600s, the 1700s, the 1800s. I still believe in 1840, 1841, somewhere around there. 1833 or 1838.
Oh, God.
Master, we sick, eh?
We sick. We sick.
We sick. Yeah, we sick.
We sick, Master, we sick, eh? Master, we need doctor, eh? A sick set of tons.
We sick. You know, Mr. Intellectual. No, go ahead.
Say on. Don't further say it.
Mr. Intellectual, you know it's sad, eh? It's sad, eh? When you're quoting statistics and you're quoting facts. It's not like if I come and I made these things up, you know. I could see if I made it up, you know. You understand? And Mr. Intellectual listener, the fact is that in the history of Trinidad and Tobago, there has never been a prime minister where 26% of black people is living below the poverty line. That's a fact. That's a fact. You as a black person or a black PNM may not like to hear that, but that's fact. That's not fiction.
All we speak is truth to power. We are making nothing.
Go ahead, Tommy.
We're not making up anything. We're just speaking truth to power. And the evidence is there. We present the evidence of the truth. We're not making up anything.
This is what I'm talking about, gentlemen. A man would come, right, to tell me, they'll tell this population in Trinidad and Tobago that Petrotrin just diversified. They shut down the thing.
Oh,
all gone.
All. Mr. Intellectual, they didn't say half, you know. The man said all. And you still coming to defend that boy?
And somebody who lives it. I'm from Marbella. I see the difference with the poor place going dead, flat. A robust, bustling town is flat. And you tell me that the area closed down and now they're making money and money making.
And Tommy, you know what to make it worse? Yeah, one minute, Mr. Lecture. But if you have a biscuit company and a what? A snack company.
Snack and what's that rubbish?
What's that garbology?
The analogy it cannot float. It's sinking.
Yeah, Tommy, 1 minute. Let me give him 4 PhDs. A PhD in dotishology, a PhD in stupidology, a PhD in foolishology, and a PhD in malology. Gordon, they will call you Dr. Gordon Joseph from now on. I gave 4 PhDs. Go ahead, Mr. Intellectual.
Now, if anybody could tell me what was the profits, right, of Petrotrin, hear me carefully. What were the profits of Petrotrin in 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024? Could anybody give me the profits of Petrotrin for those years? Could anybody tell me how much oil Petrotrin had refined in those 5 years? Could anybody tell me who are the managers of Petrotrin since 2018? I mean 2019? Sorry, 2019? If these fellows could tell me who are the managers of Petrotrin and the kind of profits that they have been making for the country for this period of time, then I would believe that they didn't shut down Petrotrin. You understand? Now, comment to Mr. Stuart Young. I don't care whether he's Chinese, whether he's black or he's white. I consider him to be a human being. Well, I hope so. But human beings supposed to have love, compassion, and understanding. Ain't that so?
Correct.
Correct. It's right.
Correct.
Tell me when, which day in the history of Mr. Young that he had shown compassion, love, and understanding for the population at Trinidad and Tobago.
Mr. Intellectual, the man stand up on a platform and call black people patrons and termites.
His utterances speaks volumes.
I didn't say that, you know. People upset with me because I was the one that kept it and put it out in the public. That's what he said on a platform, in a PNM platform. Go ahead.
Think about this. The man sat in the Parliament of Trinidad and Tobago.
Correct.
And made some utterances.
Yes.
And you know, these God people, these God-fearing people come out. So why is to support Stuart Young? Why we can't support he? We supporting he.
Yeah.
You understand? I'm supporting that.
Evil and wickedness.
I always say that people who claim the Bible as God's word and doing the kind of things that them doing and supporting the kind of things that they supporting and nothing but the children of the devil. Jesus himself tell them that. He said that when he come and he present truth, well, they want to kill him for that. Well, they hate him for that. He said, if you were the children of Abraham, right, they would have listened to him. The devil don't like truth, you know. The devil don't like people to expose what truth is all about. And when you hear they come out from the woodwork and they call in God's name, you know who they represented. You know who is the God. It's not Jehovah, it's not Yahweh, it's not Elohim. Yeah, none of them they're representing. It's the devil is the God. When they're talking about God night and dotishness and all them dotishness that they want to pretend that they're so intellectual. These sycophants and them. Set of people who wouldn't grow up and understand that freedom, what freedom is all about, what re-education is all about, what transformation is about, what country is about. They don't understand nothing. And I don't care for people like them. When I hear they're continuing like that, they don't respond to goodness. They just like hate. They just like wickedness. They just like propaganda. Why? I could tell you it's because they're racist. These are what you call racist people. They prefer to be enslaved by the slave master than to talk the truth. Because why? I'm in the house and they're not in the field. So they may care about them who in the field. You know them house slave and them? That's who they are. And that's what they continue to do. So if they go outside and they beat their brother and their sister outside there, and they throw them to the dogs and watch them get raped and murder and all kind of thing, and say, Master, we second.
We gotta go for the break.
That's who they are.
Yeah, we're going for the break.
Yeah, have a blessed one.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot. Let's go for that break. We'll be right back. Folks, we'll be right back. Put your closing comments in the chat and send your closing quotes. I still have a few things I want to read from in the WhatsApp, but let me let's go for that break. We'll be right back, folks. Stick on stick.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. I just want to read these comments from Miss Georgia. Put your closing comments in the chat, folks, and send your voice notes. This is what she said. Your understanding and statements were based on statistics and facts rather than personal opinion. However, the gentleman challenging you was relying on his personal perception and his feelings towards you. To be objective means not allowing personal feelings or opinion to influence the consideration and representation of facts. Ms. Georgia, thank you very kindly. She goes on to say, does he know a refinery is crucial for a country because it processes raw materials such as crude oil into valuable products like gasoline, diesel, kerosene, and other fuels, which are essential for transportation, energy production, and industrial activities. Refineries also produce petrochemicals used in manufacturing plastic, chemicals, and pharmaceuticals. Beyond the products, refineries contribute to economic growth by creating jobs, generating revenue through exports, reducing dependence on imported fuels, and supporting energy security by ensuring a steady supply of refined products. The refinery is no longer open. Ask Gordon what were the economic and social impacts of the closure of the Petrotrin refinery of Trinidad and Tobago economy and workforce. Keyword, refinery. Question, how do you feel about your democratic rights being undermined by a leader who acted against the party's constitution? And what steps do you think should be taken to restore accountability and fairness within the party? Miss Georgia, I don't think that fella could answer that question. Anderson, call back. I will take your call. I don't think I saw a voice note here. Okay. Hold on. Did I see a voice note here earlier? I think, hold on. Okay, hold on.
No.
Go ahead.
Ignorance is.
Yeah, let me take this call. Anderson been trying. Anderson, sorry about that. You've been trying every time somebody on the phone. Welcome.
Mr. Wall Street, Uncle Tommy.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Brooklyn, Kunji, KFC. Gordon, you know, good night for all of you. Something wrong with all you. And this rock person. Wall Street as a professor. You could put a rock on a desk or let me say in front of the class and or on a bench and try and teach a rock anything. Nevertheless, the person I want to say when. It's not some other PLM people who talking about swapping China and we were talking about diversity and we were talking about race. I heard Jolene Johnson and a big I heard Jolene Johnson and one big PNM rep. It's about African, you know. But the logo come to say no, always not African when it comes to the UNC. That Indian woman had put African back as prime minister already, you know. Rowley never one day put African back as prime minister. Now the person that went here is not all here who calling to defend the PNM and to defend wrong. The person that won there is Stuart Young, you know. And as Jolene John said today, and a newscast. I sorry for the African in the party, but yeah, all of me, whether Indian or not, whether UNC, PLT, and Jack, PNM, ONR, regardless of ILP, regardless of who, we brothers and sisters at the end of the day. We said this is not this twin island. And all them be sorry for this, but no why sorry for all African in the PNM. Yeah, as Brother Marquis said some years ago, all they have is the PNM skin. Just his skin. And I heard that a caller earlier on spoke about how he's slave. He took it out of my mouth because days we calling all of that. It's days. And when the Honorable Kamala Prasad said you the Oreo, but all what Kamala wrong. And all who ridiculed that woman for saying Rowley is a Oreo. But Rowley, nobody has said that about you again. You bring it out. You bring it out. And I call them people at Belmont. And this is something to go in the PNM, you know. Some of them, know some PNM people. This is something to go that tell. But some are afraid to come out and talk. Because it ain't convention yet. And if they come out and talk too quick, all of my girl will bust. There's a pure dictatorship we seen. And I want compliment Rowley, you know, because there's no other thing here in the ground now. And a big PNM also said, that none of my family here, because of the whole years and all, this man was going on Charlotte Street. I don't know if it's the wife or what, but another female in the car. This one for Paul Spring South, the lawyer one. And he stopped and he said, Anderson, Happy New Year. And he also said, I said, same to you and your family. And he said, you do until you get rid of Heinz. You do until you get rid of Heinz, Anderson. What about big PNM person told me too. When PNM lost, listen good. Not none of my family or relatives. When PNM lost, a PNM person tell me this, when PNM lost this election, I hope all who talk, now could talk because they're going to lose. And which I and other great thinking citizens want to see happen, that there's no more the PNM. So when the lost, Gordon, Joseph and all there, and when when they lost, the Chinese was still winning. When the PNM lost, Stuart Young alone go win. So I'm sorry for all the African throughout and the black people throughout Trinidad and Tobago. Stuart Young, I'm glad for him. For somebody who know MTIC, you're glad for him too. Because people are stupid. People are said that sincere people. All I expect, it better you take Sharon Felix, who can pronounce the word properly. Yeah, better you take Sharon Felix. Because she need to them a feel longer than Stuart Young. Stuart Young, you just come 2015, you're Prime Minister already, in waiting, and to go out. So the person that win here, if he takes somebody real education and understand what it is I'm saying here, the person that win is Stuart Young. Look on and listening.
All right, man. Tommy, thank you. Tommy, I just tired say something, Tommy, I just tired tell Gordon Joseph. Google things before you put things in the chat. Tommy, could you read what's on the thing there for me?
He asking all countries with oil, do they have a refinery?
Equatorial Guinea. While it has oil reserve, Equatorial Guinea does not have a refinery and exports its crude oil.
Guyana don't have a refinery.
Yeah, what you say? Order.
He's asking. He's asking. He's a question mark behind.
No. All countries with oil have an oil refinery.
That's what he asking.
Okay, so I answer the question for him then. Yeah, KFC.
Yeah, good night, Mr. Washington. Closing comment.
Yeah.
Have a blessed night.
Yeah, man.
Also, good night to my friend and become long night and for more life and strength to public good work. But Mr. Washington, Church Young in Adana, that you can't tell Gordon Joseph and Big George. They like big belly dog with bench and them back at your foot.
I remember that one.
And for emancipation, yeah, and that she kid, they like termites.
Yeah, termites and pottongs.
But Mr. Washington, we talking listen, we talking reality, you know.
Facts. We make it. I don't make. I can't listen. I can't make stuff up. I'm not good at that. I'm sorry. I'm not good at making up stuff. I love to do research, but I'm not good at making up stuff.
But short young brother coming with no money, with nothing. He coming in here like a dog right now. Yeah, bank account, he letting the government money, all kind of thing.
Yep.
Them president just going to enriching themselves more and poor and putting his first color going to suffer more and almost I watching the rest I don't know.
Yep.
And God and Joseph and them always coming and talking about God and preaching about God. I don't watch them like them when you know God when it's PNM them. So I watch it until suddenly me tag him man.
Yeah, man.
And I think you have a good fight, my brother. Love and respect.
Yeah. Miss Georgia says, yes, there are countries without significant oil reserves that still have refineries. These countries may import crude oil from oil-producing nations to process and refine it. Refineries in these countries often serve as a key part of the global oil supply chain, processing oil to produce refined products for domestic use or export. For example, countries like Singapore, South Korea, and India have large, sophisticated refineries despite not being major oil producers. They act as important hubs in the global oil market. Let me answer him. Not all countries with oil have refineries, while oil-rich countries may have the resources to build and operate refineries. Some prefer to export crude oil instead of refining it domestically.
Exactly.
Huh?
And if you have a refinery and the experience and it's operational, you don't get rid of that so easily.
Correct. Factors such as economic priorities, infrastructure, and the cost of building and maintaining refineries influence a country's decision. Some nation relies on refineries in other countries to process their oil, especially if refining isn't part of their economic strategy or if they lack the necessary technology and expertise. But this was never our problem. Oil country was pioneers. But this was never our problem. We were oil country. We are an oil country and pioneers. There we go. Man. Yeah. And Patty, if you feel that this is not a place for you, we respectfully, if anyway, I'm not going to go into that. Let me not go into that. Let me just leave that alone.
Ignorance is probably what feeds a whole lot of people, and it's so sad.
No, it's sad.
It's sad. They just don't know better.
It is sad. And the thing about it, Tommy, is that if we come here with misleading information, I could see people questioning that we are trying to mislead people.
And if we're wrong, we apologize.
Correct is right. We are not in the business of trying to mislead you. We do our homework before we come here to give you any information. That's just what it is. We are not like other people who will come and give you information because they want to give you information based on their party and so on and so forth. We give you the information. So, I mean, many of you who support the PNM wouldn't like the information because it's the facts. But what you all should be doing is holding the party accountable.
That's all.
Transparency and accountability. That's all people want, That's all people want.
And I want to state something here on this show again. Racism or being a racist, you cannot be a racist if you do not wield the power.
Repeat that, please, Tommy. Can you repeat that, please?
You cannot be a racist if you do not wield the power.
Okay.
And
Thank
You can, if you want to, you can check me, fact check me on that. You may be prejudiced, you may be a bigot, but you're not necessarily a racist.
Anyway, let me play these closing comments.
And this is sometimes the quality of the show, eh? And the quality of the show is a confirmation where the fish decay the start. Yeah, where they start. I think it should encourage people to make contributions and so on. It might be wrong like a O, as well as it might be right as the opposite of left. But give them the opportunity to say their piece. And then you could say, all right, well, no. As far as I see, or as far as I know, or you quote exactly where it is from and show where they are wrong. Yeah, no problem with that. And that is a mature way of dealing with it. But when you have to go down the road of they're too big, the head small, they're black and ugly, they're white and nice, or they're black and white, and when you have to go down them kind of road, boy, that's a kind of gutter, boy. That's something like it's not something for media. No, it's not something for media. It's for something after people get drunk and thing, and that's why I am against alcohol. They get drunk and thing, and they just say anything, and they think, and then after they get back sober, like if, yeah, no problem, man. Yeah. Gosh, but
Yeah, right.
To me, I, just like plenty of them who talking, I am not a PNM. I don't go to their meetings. I don't know what are in their meetings, table items and agenda and what they come up with. I don't know. But I guess there are those who know. There are those who, they hear from people, like they go to the meeting and they see who say what and so on. And they feel they could put their head on a block. Sorry, I can't do that. I can't do that. But I listen, and the good things that the government do, I endorse and support it. And this is nothing new. The good thing that the UNC do, the good thing that the NAR, whoever, I endorse and support it. And one more. But if I see in dotuishness and anything, sorry, and somebody else proposed that they could do something different, something better, I am willing to give them that chance. So I'm not against you if you feel you want the next election, a voting the tail out, a going and vote UNC. That's no problem. I wouldn't hate you for that. That is your choice. You live by your decision, right? And no mature person will have a difficulty with that. None. You understand? So I know what the bottom line of this thing is. What the bottom line of this thing is, hate. Even if they had put Miss Beckles there, it would not make a difference. The hate and the venom would have been continuing the same way. It's just that they feel they get something to hold on to now. That's what it is. That's what it is. But everything will be everything. All right, folks? Have a good night. And don't forget to talk to God. He listens.
Good night, Mr. Walsh. Good night, Uncle Tommy. So evil and wicked Gordon Joseph and Patty and MS. He says Stuart young, and he had the experience. Stuart young now come in the party. About 10 years Stuart young in the party, because they from day one, the foundation, and them supporting Stuart Young, the Chinese community. In personal race, boy, them China, them don't give black people nothing, boy. They come to enrich the community and use me to vote for them. Not me, come don't like the PNM, but the PNM government too evil and wicked. Rolling you go pain with that evil, wicked black man. Why hate the black brothers and sisters so bad? What do for the PNM since every 9 years? They make them more poor, more murders, more suffering under you evil, wicked Prime Minister.
Tommy, read that comment there on the stream.
Mr. Tommy, Wall Street don't like correction. When? How long now you don't like correction?
What's she talking about?
I don't know. You know?
No, I don't know. Wow, this is interesting. Miss Georgia have two quotes here. No one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin or his background or his religion. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can taught to love. For love comes more naturally to the human heart than the us opposites.
True, than hate.
Here was a question. There was a quote by Desmond Tutu. This is from Miss Georgia. If you are neutral in situation of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. Let me repeat that. This is from Desmond Tutu. If you are neutral in situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. I refuse to choose the side of the oppressor. Refuse. Thank you so much, Miss Georgia. Thank you so much. I refuse to do that. Refuse to do that. All right, let me go to the chat real quick, and then we out of here. He's not a PNM, but he's supporting them. Yeah, he's not a PNM, but he's supporting them.
Blindly at that.
Blindly at that. Correct, Tommy. Blindly. Yeah? They're oppressing them, but they're supporting them. Oh, let me get the closing. Caribbean Soul said, don't call Patricia name. I feel she hate you when you align her with Gordon and Fox. All of them is PNM. Closing comment by Mr. Intellectual. Haters will always be haters. Slaves who don't know the need for freedom will be a slave. Some things all right, Tommy, go ahead.
You cannot live a perfect day without doing something for someone who will never be able to repay you. Again, you cannot live a perfect day without doing something for someone who will never repay you. Like I always say, you, the man in the mirror, you have to become that change you want to see. However, if you look in that mirror and you don't like what you see, you cannot blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. Love you all. Make sure you take good care and be safe. We'll see you on Sunday, God willing, on Let's Talk Politics. Good night.
Thank you, Tommy.
You're welcome.
So I think that's it. Okay, folks, we out of here. See you guys on Sunday.
Hey, hey, oi, oi. Hey, hey, oi, oi. In Trinidad and Tobago, politics was we and them. That was never meant to be so, according to the anthem. But ethnic insecurity was maintained to divide us by some people in the country. Hey, hey, oi, oi. Hey, hey, oi, oi. In Trinidad and Tobago, politics was we and them. That was never meant to be so, according to the anthem. But ethnic insecurity was maintained to divide us by some people in the country to sow the seeds of distrust. But we have fought a new system within the community. Now what used to be we and them has now become only we. From now on this nation is we. From now on it is you and I. From now on it is unity. From now on we flying high. All the races have come together to build a better country and create a brighter future for the whole society. The we and them thing is no more, because it is plain to see in this country from shore to shore the community is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we. From India and some came from Africa. Look today, their descendants are here, coexisting together. There are others who came here too, the Chinese, Syrians and such. Native people are just a few in this land that we love so much. But the politics of the day and the love for a party cause people to begin to say them is them and we is we. From now on this country is we. From now on we all shall be one. From now on that's how it shall be. From now on all division done. As today united we stand, the people of Trinbago. One country, one nation, one island. Chutnipan and Calypso, it's Trinidad and Tobago, better known as TNT. And we want the whole world to know we see ourselves as we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we. In this nation is no more, and Mother China done disappear, gone away for good I'm sure. If we want to build a relation, there can be no we and them. In spite of ethnic persuasion, all should fit in the system. Side by side we stand hand in hand within the society. This here paradise island, because you and I means we. From now on Avanti is we. From now on race do not matter. From now on we means unity. From now on we are together. They cannot divide me again, cause we enter a new era. United we shall all remain, looking out for each other. Eric tell me matter they done. Today it is plain to see a new paradigm has begun, and that paradigm is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we. Some politicians have tried their best to keep we subdivided, as their policies would attest. And now we are united, using that old colonial scheme. They sought to divide and rule, because if we are not a team, we are more easy to fool. Look, they had us fighting each other, causing misery and pain. Now all these times are gone forever, before never again. From now on Trinidad is we. From now on one philosophy. From now on Tobago shall be. From now on standing equally. No more African, no more Indian. We shall all be citizens, forged together to build one nation. Though we are different persons, done away with the we and them. In this land of Black Trinity, whenever we sing the is only we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is we and we and we and we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is we and we and we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is we. No more we and them. From now on, this nation is we and we and we and we.